Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. We're going to do an all signs reading for the next 3 months, February, March, and April, although this reading is kind of timeless, so whenever you come across this reading, the messages could be for you. So before we get into the all signs, and we're going to look at what shifts are coming up, what unexpected events are unfolding for you, what new opportunities will arise in the next 3 months. Before we do, I just want to say thank you everyone for all of your support. I'm so grateful for all the good energy that you bring to this channel, that you bring to one another, how you support one another in the comments, and the support that you share with me. It does not go unnoticed. It's deeply felt, and I am truly grateful. And we are at 80K, which is amazing. I think the next 3 months reading I did, we were at 60K. I think that was back in October, maybe. So that's pretty cool that we've grown so much since that time. So to celebrate the 80K growth on the channel, I'm going to give away 2 free readings. And if you're interested in winning a free reading with me, then you can comment down below. What should you comment? Spirit, what do you want them to comment? Something that you're really proud that you achieved in the last while. It could be the last year, the last month, the last couple of days, something you set out to achieve and that you did. It can be anything, small, big, whatever. So if you comment that down below, I will go through the comments in a few weeks' time and randomly select the winner and let you know on the community tab page. My personal readings are closed right now for February. I'm just having a little bit of a breather. I am getting nudged though by spirit to keep going with the personal reading, so I don't know, we'll see how persistent the feeling is. I might reopen them, I might wait till March, but again, I'll announce that on the community tab. I've been having such a good time with the personal readings. We've been going to some really interesting places, so thank you everybody who has supported in that way and also trusted me with your energy. And all of you who are here listening to this reading, thank you so much for trusting me to read for you. So if you're new here, welcome. My name is Andy. This is 13 Moon Tarot. I'm an intuitive reader, which means that I use the cards as a tool to help me translate the energy that I'm already picking up on. So I use everything that happens in a reading as part of the reading, anything that spontaneously pops up, a cat that jumps across the table, a notification that I receive, and I just got one that said thank you so much. So Spirit wants to say thank you to somebody out there who has recently tried to make a stronger bond with a spirit guide in particular. Okay, I'm seeing a rabbit here. So like a white rabbit. So let's get into the reading. We're going to go all the way from Aries to Pisces. And yeah, I think that's it. If this is not your style, you don't like tarot like this, then don't worry about it. I'm just not your reader. It's all good. There's so many good readers out there that I love and that I'm sure you love, and maybe you resonate more with others, and that's cool. You know, it's all good. I was going to say one other thing. Oh yeah, of course, this is all signs, so feel free to watch more than just your sun sign. Because this is 13 Moon Tarot, I do recommend watching your moon sign. Your moon sign is really a good reflection of what's going on in your inner world. The moon represents our emotional states, what's hidden, our fears, but also our deepest intuition. So sometimes when we tap into our moon energy, we have things revealed to us that are unexpected. Our sun sign can kind of just like really resonate and verify something that we were already consciously aware of. So have a look around your chart and see what sign you want to watch for today, or multiple signs you want to watch for. And that's it. Okay, I love you guys so much. I'll see you in the readings, and we'll begin with Aries. Aries, let's see what's going on for you in the next 3 months. What opportunities are coming in for you? What's something unexpected that's going to happen? We have migration as your theme coming out. Initiation, adventure, and freedom. Perhaps some of you are traveling or moving, or some energy is migrating. I'm getting for most of you, there's like some kind of energy that you've been working with or holding on to, and it's migrating, like it's moving to a different part of your life. it's like you were using some energy in some way to do something, and now you're taking that energy to do something else. Does that sound right to you? Okay. I don't know what that is, but perhaps you were putting a lot of focus into your business, and now you're going to take that same energy that you were putting there and put it towards some kind of adventure or learning something new, or you're releasing yourself from a toxic situation, a work environment, a house. Like you are moving. You are moving energy, though, is what it sounds like. So let's see what's supporting you in the next 3 months. We have Trinity, balancing decisions, priorities, adapting to change. And your challenge is Blood Moon, illusion, uncertainty, and narcissism. Ooh, what's going on here? There's definitely some big change coming in the next 3 months, and it has something to do with something like a priority even shifting of yours. There's an energy coming in, whether this is from another person or, I don't know, maybe it's just an energy form or some kind of influence from the external world. There's an outside energy here that is going to make you feel kind of uncertain about your decisions and your choices. This could, of course, be an aspect of yourself, a part of your shadow that creeps up and says, Aries, you don't really know what you're doing. Maybe you should just stay still. Maybe you shouldn't migrate anywhere or anything in your life. But Spirit wants to tell you that your decisions here are really balanced. Your priorities are changing. Okay? And I feel like they're changing in a way that is supporting you, supporting your sovereignty, supporting your freedom. So we just have to be a little bit careful here about others or even an aspect of yourself creating the illusion that you don't know what you're doing. Now, with narcissism showing up on this card, it could be that you're making some kind of change or shift in your life that doesn't suit someone else's needs. Okay, and they cause a little bit of a stir, or they disrupt you in some way because of that. And sometimes this can be done in a really subtle way. Say you have a family member who's a little bit jealous or is stuck in their own life. They can try to hold you back from whatever it is that you're achieving by talking to you too long, taking up your time, or throwing responsibilities onto you, just so that you don't have your flow, so that your attention is shifted and focused on them instead of on you. So while it's good to help people out when you can, Spirit is really saying, prioritize this new adventure that you are having for yourself. It's important that you lay a proper foundation in this new beginning, this new start. And maybe you don't know what this new start is. We're talking future reading next 3 months, although time is fluid. This may already be underway. But whenever this happens, you need to focus in and lay the foundation properly. It's like if you move and you need to fix some things in your new place, your new house, you can't put those off and help somebody else out first. You have to get, things right. And I'm seeing something with like piping, something to do with water, piping. I don't know. Something needs to be, the plumbing, something needs to be flowing and moving properly before you can direct your attention to someone else's needs. This could even be a partner who starts to try to take up a lot of your time. Okay? So let's get your other cards out here. Yeah, it's interesting. We have shelter as the outcome. It definitely feels like you're finding a new home for something, whether this is energy or yourself, but it's like something is becoming more safe and secure than it ever was before. So let's get some tarot out and see what else is going on here before I read the rest of the cards. Yeah, 7 of Wands and the 2 of Swords. This is an energy of having to defend yourself. You know, the Two of Swords is like a big block. It's no, I'm not doing that. I'm not accepting that, or I need time to make a decision. Or whatever decision I decide to make is going to come from an alignment of my head and my heart and from a place of inner peace rather than from what somebody else is telling me I need to do. I'm seeing these wolves here howling. So maybe this is multiple people in your life creating some noise over here, or someone has something to say with what you're up to, what you're doing. I feel like it doesn't really concern them though. And the Seven of Wands is a card about defending yourself and standing your ground, protecting what it is that you are building and creating, protecting who you are and what you want to do in this lifetime. Many of you are forging a new path here. Okay? So your opportunity is visionary, confidence, passion, and self-worth. What are you doing? What are you creating? What is migrating? What is moving? Let me see. What is the migration? What is the energy that's moving for Aries? The King of Cups. And the Emperor. This is your emotional stability, your emotional peace, and your ability to plan your life and execute those plans based on a balanced sense of well-being. Okay, so you've come into a part of your life now where you feel like you're in control. You're in the driver's seat, you have a plan, you know what to do, and you feel good about it. You have a vision, you have confidence. This is confidence and passion. So your opportunity is to really take charge and go forward. This is not a time to wait, to hem and haw, to divert your attention, to be distracted. No, this is a time to really set in motion whatever you've started to plan. Whatever's coming from your heart with the King of Cups. You're emotionally invested at some level into something or someone, or I don't know. It's going to be different for each of you. But Spirit is saying your opportunity is to execute your vision. That's so exciting, which means Spirit really has your back on this, the Trinity here. Okay? So these energies, whoever this represents for you, can only get in your way if you allow it. And sometimes we allow it without even really realizing. So just be very aware. Stay very conscious about who's taking up your time and why. Okay, I feel like for some of you, you might have like an energy vampire around you in some way. Okay. Yeah, for some of you, it could even be like a neighbor or, I don't know, something. You'll know. Okay, so what you don't see coming, warrior, inner strength, clarity, and presence. This situation here that comes up where somebody's trying to distract you or discourage you even from your vision is going to teach you how strong you really are and how dedicated you are when it comes to making your dreams into a reality. You're going to fight for yourself here, Aries, in places where you didn't fight before. Now, I know, Aries, you're the archetype of the warrior in many ways, of the leader, of the visionary. But you also have a soft side to you. Even though you're the Emperor, you have a big heart, which I'm seeing here with the King of Cups anyways. So sometimes a good leader is somebody who really gives a lot of attention to others and listens to others and is there for others so that they know how to lead those people. You can't be a good leader when you don't know who the people are that need to follow you. You know what I'm saying? Or that need your help in some way, need to be guided. So I feel like for a long time you've been kind of open to hear what others need from you and want from you. And that's been beautiful and good, but now's the time to be very discerning about when you do this and with who. Because not everybody in your midst, I'm just saying, it's right here. Maybe it's something to do with Scorpio, we have the number 8, but not everybody is really worthy of your time and attention. So let's see what you don't see coming. The Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups with Warrior. This is the Viking Valor Tarot, by the way. I don't know if I said that. This is you fighting for your dreams, for your wish fulfillment. Because when you have created your vision and everything is flowing and coming to fruition, and now you're in a steady state of like, I can just take my hands off the wheel and everything's going to be cool. You know, it's going to go where it needs to go. I don't need to direct it so much anymore because I've already laid the foundation. I've done that whole thing. Then you can share your overflow, your overflowing energy with others. Okay, that's really what a true leader is about. You know, leaders are selected because they have achieved things for themselves. And this is a time in your life where you're about to achieve something for yourself in the next 3 months, Aries. Okay, so your advice, it says surrender, letting go, trust, and expansion. Trust yourself, trust your vision, trust your creation. Okay, don't let that trickery of the shadow mind get in the way, the uncertainty. And if you don't trust someone in particular or a group of people, Spirit is advising that you let them go. I mean, why keep people around you that you don't trust? Why? And a lot of us do that, you know, until we learn a lesson. I feel some of you, not all of you, but some of you are keeping someone around or some people around that you really don't trust. You don't trust with your creative ideas, or you just don't trust with your money, or whatever it is. Why? Why are they still around? Can we find out a little bit further? I want to pull some charms on this too. Why are those people still around for those that this part resonates with? Tears. Trapped. Ooh, Aries. We have the Child here. For some of you, there might be a child in the mix. That's part of the reason why you're keeping these people around. For others of you, you don't want to let somebody go or something go. Well, because you're really used to it, I feel, is actually the answer. You've just gotten used to them being around or used to them being the way they are, even though there's some sadness here in the energy between you and these people or you and this person. Okay, I feel like that frequency of guilt or sadness or shame, or I don't know what this is exactly, but it's like it's trapping you into some kind of karmic contract with someone that you don't trust. This person is somebody who's very smart too. They might have a lot of world philosophies. They might have a lot of passion. They could have betrayed you as well. Or they're very passionate about betrayals. Okay, we're going to leave that up there. Oh, charms. I'm seeing the letter G, 1414. G just came out. The letter A, the letter O. Goya. Interesting. A key. We have an angel. You are protected. You are guided. We also have the letter L and the letter A. I'm seeing owl here. Gal as well. Log. I don't know. And a heart. Okay, let's leave that there and move to the outcome in the next 3 months. What's going to be the outcome? We have shelter, spiritual growth, accountability, and healing. Everything is going to be okay, Aries, as long as you stick by your vision, as long as you trust yourself, and as long as you listen to that intuition that is saying, hey, Bobby Joe over there, I don't know about them. I don't know who Bobby Joe is, but Sally Sue, Bobby Joe, Shirley Temple. I don't know what these names are, but whoever it is for you, I don't think I should share my creative idea just yet with this person, or I'm not going to actually hang out with them this weekend because I'd rather be doing this, or I'm not going to listen to their criticisms because who are they to even criticize me? You know, this kind of thing. As long as you talk to yourself about your priorities and where you're trying to migrate and shift your priorities into for your highest good, then in 3 months' time, you will have massive spiritual growth because you will have taken accountability for your own decisions. So for those of you who find yourself lured, I'm hearing lured by somebody who isn't serving you, or maybe it's even a job that isn't serving you and you suddenly put all this time and effort into it than you wanted to, whatever, you know, the frequency is. Take accountability for that. Acknowledge that you're doing that for some kind of reason, with tears entrapped, some kind of fear related to sadness or regret or remorse that you need to release and let go. But overall, Aries, this is a really positive reading for the next 3 months. Like the Emperor, the King of Cups, and Visionary, you're making something into a reality here. And you're fighting for it with the Warrior and the Nine of Cups. So this is awesome. All right, Aries, that's what I have for you. I hope that helped, and I'll see you next time. Okay, Taurus, let's see what's going on for you in the next 3 months. What opportunities are coming in? What don't you see coming? For Taurus, Spirit. We have the Sorcerer as the theme of your reading, number 18, which is the Moon card. It says ambition, willpower, and creation. Let's just get the tarot out and see what this is all about. This deck is called the Tarot of Sacred Kingdoms, I believe. What's this about, Spirit, for Taurus? Sorcerer. The Emperor. And the Ten of Swords. Oh boy, the Devil at the bottom. What are you up to, Taurus? You're creating an ending here. Hold on. Let me tap in. The Devil. What's underneath that? The Two of Pentacles. Let me see. Are you the Emperor? I don't think you're the Emperor here. Hold on. Let me get some charms. The letter N, the letter H, the letter 2, the word show, a skull and crossbones, and a Cancer charm. You're showing someone something here. I feel like it's kind of like teaching a lesson almost, but I don't know if that's how I want to say it. You're showing someone your power. I feel like you're kind of cutting something off, even. It's a little bit... Well, it's the Taurus thing, you know? I'm a Taurus too. It's like when you're done, you're done. And that's what it feels like. You're done with something. Love, a fox, the letter R, the number 7, a snowflake, and a dragonfly. Ooh, I feel like whatever you're ending here, it's not easy. But it's almost like you're given no choice in some way. It's like, I have to take charge of my life now. I'm seeing RN again. Maybe some of you are a nurse. I don't know. But It's like I have to take charge of my own life. I can't be allowing this shadow energy, this devil energy, to interfere with my future and my current state. 10 of Swords. Okay, let's get further in. Tell me what energies are challenging Taurus. Now, if this isn't resonating with you, you can check out your other placements. But let's see. What's the challenge? No, let's start with the support. What's the support? Visionary, confidence, passion, self-worth. Yeah, it's something to do with your self-worth. You're like, enough's enough. You're really getting your willpower. You've always had your willpower, but this is like, it's fully on display in some way. That you're not scared to put the final nail in the coffin with some energy that has been creating fear or pulling you down in some sense. Could even be with an aspect of yourself. You're saying like, hey, I'm not doing this to myself. I'm not going to have these bad habits anymore. I'm not going to have this negative self-talk. So take it as it resonates, but you're very certain here. You're very clear. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what's the challenge. This is really going to help improve your confidence in any area that your confidence has been lacking. Love, work, self-image, intellect, money, wherever it is that you feel like, I could use some more confidence there. This is going to help tremendously, because what you're doing here is you are building trust with yourself. You're saying, I'm not going to allow myself to go down this path that isn't good for me. And because you don't allow yourself to do that, you trust yourself now not to put yourself in harm's way. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we'll make promises to ourselves like, oh, I'll never allow myself to do something stupid like that again. And then boom, we do something stupid like that again. And then we break our own trust and we don't trust ourselves. And then we invite in people into our lives that we shouldn't be trusting because we don't even trust ourselves. It's a whole thing. So this is really good because now you're proving that you can trust yourself, which means that the people that you meet henceforth, or the situations that you get into, you will know automatically whether you should trust them or not, and you'll listen to it. So what's the challenge for Taurus? We have beloved with love, reciprocity, and intertwinement. For many of you, this is about a relationship or something about love here. We have specters, discernment, critical thinking, and insight. With portal, we have a lot. Portal, originality, idealism, progression. And adversary, hard work, diligence, and progress. Yeah. Somebody has presented quite a challenge for you in your life. But I do have to say, by dealing with this challenge head on, which you're doing right now, and also taking accountability for your decision-making process here in relationship to this, you've accessed a new portal. You're progressing forward in some sense here. For some of you, there's been like a specter of energy, you know, something just following you around from the past, or just kind of been around your environment, and you're deciding like, that doesn't belong here. For some of you, this could even be about something to do with like energy work. You're banishing something, or you're cleansing your space, clearing something maybe out of your own body, aligning your chakras. Something you've let go on for too long, you're saying, okay. Beautiful. This is a really beautiful reading, Taurus. And even if it started with the Devil and the Ten of Swords over here and the Sorcerer, which can be a little bit like, whoa, it's really powerful. So your opportunity is faith, hope, inspiration, and rejuvenation. This is what I'm saying. It's like you're increasing your faith in yourself, your trust in yourself. This is a big deal. This is no little thing. If we all just trusted ourselves more, we'd release a lot of the shadow contracts that we're in. The Phoenix, this is an extra card in the deck. Faith with the Phoenix. You have had the faith, and you will continue to have the faith in the next 3 months that you can rise from the ashes. And that's why you're bringing something to an end. And for some of you, this is a brutal end. Ten of Swords. It's a painful end here. But you're willing to do it, and you're able to do it because you know you will rise from the ashes of it. You're remembering who you truly are and how powerful you truly are. This is really beautiful, Taurus. I feel like, your guides, your team are really proud of you. And I'm also hearing something like you're going to have more time to spend with people who really love you. Okay, so the opportunity coming in for you in the next 3 months, we have the Owl, wisdom, independent thinking, and enlightenment. Yeah, I feel like this Devil energy over here was affecting the way you were thinking about something, about yourself, about other people, about maybe even them or whoever this is for you. You're breaking from some kind of dogmatic thinking, or I'm hearing condescending. Maybe someone was being condescending towards you or even other people, but you're breaking from that. You're seeing that something doesn't really line up with your morals and your values. And oftentimes we feel the most disharmony in our life when we're not living in alignment with our morals and values. And as soon as we start aligning with our morals and values, things start falling in place and we feel better about who we really are. We feel more authentic. So for some of you, maybe you want to think about what are your morals and values. We kind of have this vague idea that we know what they are, but maybe you should really put 3 of them down on paper. These are my morals and values. And then look at those morals and values. Maybe it's like, one of mine is to have an open mind, to always be willing to be challenged with new ideas, even if they go against something that I believe. That's one of my moral values. So whatever yours are, they could be many different things. List them and see if you're living in alignment with those things and what needs to go, what doesn't align with that. Independent thinking. There's something here that wasn't allowing you to think or manifest in the way that you truly need to and want to. I love that. So tell me a little bit more about this opportunity for enlightenment in the next 3 months. The 6 of Pentacles. I feel like you have a new idea about something. Maybe you have a new theory, or just like hey, maybe it's actually working like this, or I don't know. There's something, how do I say that? The Empress, something you've created that you've worked hard on. Could be a creative project, or I don't know, maybe it is your authenticity and just really feeling into it, and showing up as who you truly are. But you're bringing something of yours forward to the world. And for many of you, I feel like it is an independent thought or a creation that's unique to you. And there's much wisdom behind this, Taurus. This isn't just an idea you've plucked out of thin air, or a creation or a project or a goal that you've just kind of haphazardly decided you'll go for. Whatever this is that you're dreaming up and putting out and spending your time on, even if it's just a healing journey, it's not just, but even if it's a healing journey, there's a lot of wisdom infused in what you're doing. And it's going to be magnified to others. Others are going to see some value in what you're creating that you yourself can't even see right now. This is really positive, and it's because you've released this devil energy. Okay, so your advice, nest, charity, generosity, and gratitude. Yes, your advice is definitely to share this. Maybe it's share your faith, or share your knowledge about rising from the ashes and being a phoenix. Share your experience, share your wisdom. Run a new course on something. I don't know, write a book. Start a new Discord server group about something. I don't know where that came from, but do something like that, because you have something to say and you have something to share. This is the portal, originality and progression. Okay. It's like you've untangled yourself from some situation that's allowed you to totally, I'm hearing detendrilize, tendrils? Detendrilize, that's not a word. Detendrilize yourself from something. Okay. So what's the outcome in the next 3 months for you, Taurus? Harmony, acceptance, and patience with the sage. You will be seen as a sage. You will be accepted as somebody who has something very valuable to offer. And Taurus, you do typically like to take care of others. You're ruled by Venus. But it's not take care of others at your own demise, or take care of others who are needy and sulky. And no. You take care of others by showing them how to take care of themselves. Or encouraging them, inspiring. You're going to inspire people here, Taurus. This has taken a long time with the patience on this card. This has been a long journey. But damn, Sorcerer, the Devil, the Ten of Swords, and the Emperor, you're not kidding. You're getting down to business here. And I really like to see that. There's no hemming and hawing back and forth. You've put your foot down here. All right, Taurus, that's what I have for you. I hope that was helpful. And I'll see you next time. We're in another sign. I'm going to go to Gemini. I like these cards. Maybe we'll switch it up for Cancer. Okay, Gemini. What's coming up for you in the next 3 months, Gemini? For Gemini's spirit guides. What new opportunities? What don't they see coming? I'm hearing Scorpio here. Maybe there's something to do with Scorpio for you. But let's see. Some of you might be traveling somewhere in the next 3 months. Okay. Let's see. This is interesting. Give me 1 second. Let me follow the thread here. Something's coming to you in a very roundabout way. Okay? It's like There's a little bit of trial and error here for some of you on a small scale, and on a larger scale, it almost feels like there's a conflict that's going to ensue, and it doesn't have to be something vicious, although it could be for some of you, but we'll get into the cards and see. But it's like some conflict needs to happen in order for something to really be revealed to you and unfold the way it should. Now, conflict can be a very useful energy. Sometimes when we have a conflict, it's the beginning of a creation of something. So take, for example, like a conflict between two ideas. Those two ideas are in conflict. We try to make them work, but they're not working. We see where's the disjuncture, or where do they actually go together? And then we are able to formulate maybe a third idea that is better than both of these two. Do you know what I'm saying? So it could be something conceptual like that that's going on with you, but I feel like for a lot of you, this is something happening maybe in business or friendships or even relationships where there's a conflict here between two energies, but that conflict needs to happen so that you can come to some kind of resolution. Okay, let's dig in. So the theme of your reading is flight, opportunity, prosperity, and a new adventure. This feels very unexpected to me. It feels as though in the next 3 months, you might have a vague idea of like, oh, I'm going to go take a trip here. I really am interested in learning this in the next 3 months, or this is kind of how I think my life's going to be. But an opportunity just kind of comes in. What deck do I want to use here? Yeah, let's go for it. What is the opportunity? It's a prosperous opportunity. Let's see, what is this? The opportunity for Gemini's spirit guides. The moon. It's really unknown. 3747 right there. There's something like cloaked and veiled about it, or maybe the opportunity hasn't fully like manifested and realized in the 3D material reality that like I can't really point to it and say that's the opportunity, Gemini, because it's still kind of coming into being. It's still in the ethers, and it needs this conflict to actually happen. So let me see if I can get further in here. Power and ghost. Well, some of you, there's a force around you that is really supporting you. Maybe this is the same force I'm hearing that supported you through heartache. This could have been recently or a while ago, but you managed to get through some heartbreaking situation. And the same energy that helped you, maybe this is a spirit guide or something within yourself, but this same energy is helping you move towards this opportunity. The novice here, something new, ghost and power. I also feel like spirit how do I say that? It's like something isn't being revealed to you, like a ghost, like you can't really see it, but you can feel the presence of it. This power, this opportunity approaching, but you don't, like I said, I can't point to it and say, hey, there's the ghost, but you feel it, right? It's like that's supporting you because you're feeling driven in a sense, or you're feeling like something's unfolding, or you're anticipating something, but you don't really know what. But it's important that you feel that. Okay, this is kind of cryptic. Let's keep going. What's supporting you? The serpent. Rebirth, unconventionality, and nonconformity. So you're doing something really different here. What are you doing that's so different? King of Cups. The way you're expressing yourself, the way you're handling your emotions. There's something more mature about how you're engaging with others emotionally. You're more reflective, more conscious. And I also feel like you're evaluating or looking at other people's emotions from an objective standpoint. Okay, maybe some of you are therapists or psychotherapists or whatever, tarot readers. I don't know. It's like you're looking at somebody's emotional outpouring and you're seeing something about it that most other people wouldn't be able to see. Or this could be someone in your life. You have some kind of subtle awareness about the true meaning of someone's emotional state, including your own. 7 of Pentacles. And this took a lot of time to come to this realization. Okay, so let's see what the challenge is. Wayfarer, contemplation, search for truth, inner guidance. Tell me more, Spirit. Queen of Cups, King and Queen of Cups now. And the Phoenix. You're being patient with something, and that's kind of different for you. Okay? Not to say you're not a patient person, but there's something here that you're really waiting for the right time, or you're just waiting to see what will unfold. But the challenge is you want to ask the questions, you want to go further in, you want to have something change and transform now. Some of you, this is about a relationship with the King and the Queen of Cups. This is the conflict I'm talking about, these two energies coming together. Okay. Let's keep going and see what else comes out here. We have Beast for the opportunity, conflict, competition, and oppressors. See? The conflict is the opportunity. Hold on, Spirit. I really want to know. A lot of you need to realize just how much inner work you've actually done. So sometimes when we talk about shadow work and healing and all this stuff, we think about it like, okay, maybe the person's actually like has a workbook, and sometimes people do. They have a workbook, or they're going to therapy, or they're actively, consciously sitting in a dark room, going through their shadow space. And it can be all of those things, okay? But shadow work or healing, inner work can happen in like subtly. But it doesn't mean the shifts aren't profound. It can happen in the small decisions we make on a day-to-day basis. When we hear like a negative thought come into our mind about something, about ourselves or about something in our life, we can say, no, you know what? I don't want to entertain that thought, or I'm going to switch my focus to something else. And that can be doing the healing work too. It doesn't have to be so extreme all the time, or something that, like the ghost in The Power, something that you can say, oh, there's shadow work. There's, where you've made the progress. Sometimes it just happens in the little things. So I feel like Spirit really wants you to feel how much healing you've actually done. Phoenix and the Queen of Cups. There's some kind of different approach that you need to take when it comes to thinking about temperance, about healing. This is what the message is. If it's not resonating, check out your other placements. But there's something you've alchemized. The conflict. Maybe between the masculine and the feminine aspects of yourself, or something in a relationship dynamic that was having conflict around masculine and feminine energies. Okay, so tell me more about the Beast. Knight of Pentacles. It's like also your Page of Pentacles. You're learning not to force a situation, force the conflict to happen. You know, like when you're in a relationship with someone, maybe you don't, hopefully you don't, but I know this, like maybe you're with someone who's passive aggressive, right? And you're just like, you know, we just need to have this fight so we can get it out on the table and resolve the issue, but the other person is super avoidant. And so like you push them, you know, you poke them, or maybe you're more mature and you just come at it straightforward and you say like, we need to talk about this. You initiate the conflict so that you can move to the resolution stage. But depending on who you're with or what's going on, sometimes that doesn't work because the other person isn't ready to engage in the conflict. So now, rather than doing that, you're just kind of holding back, although not ignoring anything. You're still going to have the conflict, but you're waiting until the right time in some way for the other person to realize that something needs to happen, or you're letting something come to you in a sense. I'm not sure what area of life we're talking about here, but I feel like, well, what's the new opportunity is fate. You're allowing fate to take place. This is what you don't see coming, fate. Number 23, alignment, decisive moments, opportunistic events. Fate is going to run its course. It's going to happen. Right now it's in the moon energy, this opportunity. This could even be a conflict you've been having with an employer, or even an aspect of yourself. The Hermit and the Ten of Cups. In the meanwhile, before the conflict actually happens, you already find the resolution. That's what's happening. It's like you're already going to find the resolution. And then when the actual conflict happens, it's like, I don't know, something else is created that wouldn't have been created before because you didn't already have the sense of resolution within your soul. I hope this is making sense. So let's just use a basic example. It doesn't have to be this for you, but say you are having a conflict in love and you want to have closure, or you want to have it out with someone to really put things on the table, and you feel like once you do that, you'll have a better understanding, you'll be able to move forward, heal, reconcile, whatever it is. So you push for it, but then it just goes sour because the other person's not doing the work that you want to do with them. So now you're not doing that. You're not going to push for it. You're sitting back and saying, okay, when it's ready, it will happen. That conversation, that argument, or the reconciliation, whatever, will happen. And because you release, you surrender that, in the meantime, you find some sense of peace within yourself. You come to some resolution. So that when the conflict, conversation, whatever actually happens, something is created that couldn't be created before. I hope you get what I'm saying. And this could be any area of life. It does not have to be love. It's cool though. You're letting fate kind of unfold as it should. Okay, so your advice is prudence, self-assurance, integrity, and clear-mindedness. This is going to allow you to really be clear about what you want and what you don't want. I also feel like there's this other, on top of all of this, there's this other opportunity coming in for you. And I feel like this comes in while you're waiting for something else to happen. And this is part of what makes you really happy. Perhaps you're waiting for a job to get back to you, and in the meantime, another job approaches you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, and now you can ask for more salary because of it. It's something like that. Okay, the doe, remembrance, and awakening. There's a time in your life where this happened already. You did exactly this and everything happened as it should. You're very poised, graceful, observant. And it's like you remember that time. Oh yeah, when I handled that situation like this, things worked in my favor. So this is a pattern that you're beginning to develop here, a pattern in your awakening of allowing fate to unfold and seizing the opportunity when it comes, and also understanding how to bring yourself new opportunities while something else is unfolding at the same time. Okay? A lot of the times we think that we need A to end before we can jump to B. But life is a lot more messy than that. You know, it's more of a spiral. Many things happen all at once. So you're not waiting for something to end or to be presented to you in order to move into the next thing. You have self-assurance, you have integrity, and you're clear-minded about what you can do here in the meantime. And then the outcome in the next 3 months is beloved. Love, reciprocity, intertwinement. See, that thing that comes out of the conflict is now intertwined here. And there's some reciprocity between these two energies that were at odds in some way. This could be a reconciliation, or maybe, and when I say reconciliation, I don't mean necessarily getting back together with someone or something, but the energies have reconciled. There's no conflict, there's no tension, there's no like energy weighing on you or at your back or as a ghost lurking around. You know what I'm saying? This is like peace. Okay, so this is really beautiful. Okay, I'm going to end it there. There's many things that could be going on, so maybe watch some of your other placements to get a fuller picture. We might unfold more. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot more to be said here, so check out your other placements and then apply it in relation to this reading if you feel like it. All right, Gemini, that's what I have for you. I hope that helped. I love you so much. Okay, let's switch it up for Cancer. Okay, Cancer, let's see what's going on for you in the next 3 months. What new opportunities are heading your way? What do you not see coming? I just saw growth and love. Okay. We'll see. We'll see. What's going on for Cancers in the next 3 months, Spirit? Ooh, yeah, there's definitely some growth here for sure. I'm hearing evolution. Some of you are thinking about starting a business, or you're on your way to doing that. Interesting outcome. We have full moon at the bottom. Pay attention to the full moons, or maybe you want to do something on the full moon in relation to whatever this is for you. Let's get this deck. This is the Familiar Way Tarot. Tell me more about the theme of the reading before I say anything. Interesting. Okay, so we have affluence, number 5, for the theme of your reading. Look how intricate and complex things are in the next 3 months. But no matter how intricate and complex things feel for you in the next 3 months, it's like synergistic. Everything is working together. There's a lot of layers to something that's going on for you. I'm hearing 3 full moons. Maybe this is like 3 full moons ago it started, or maybe you want to think about the next 3 months as the next 3 full moons instead. I mean, you are ruled by the moon, so I guess that would make sense for you. But there's something you're stepping into that puts you at the center of something. So the little dot in the middle, it's like you're in the center of this complex or intricate thing, this system, this business, this group of people, this environment, but like you are the go-to, you are at the center. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. But this could feel like a lot of responsibility for you. It could feel very taxing. You could also be taking on a lot of people's energies or feeling like you need to. Some of you who are healers, and I'm seeing that here as what you don't see coming. Okay. Some of you who are healers or resonate with that. It would be helpful if you detach from your clients, your patients, your friends, your family, the outcome of their situation. Detach from it. And as a Cancerian, you could be very invested in wanting to see that person's healing from A to Z, like the full way through. I want to make sure they get through the process. I want like a mothering instinct, right? I want to make sure that they're okay or that they do well, or this could even be with yourself. Okay, but Spirit wants you to detach from the outcome of something that you're trying to support, even if it's yourself. Because when we have a certain idea of what the outcome should look like, we start creating an expectation, and expectations usually set us up for failure. Because not always, but because things rarely turn out exactly how we expect them to. And especially if other people are involved in that expectation or outcome, because we can't control, nor can we really predict what somebody else is going to actually do. Okay, so there's something about releasing the outcome, releasing the expectation. And this is for your own good, not just so you don't get disappointed, but more so that you don't feel the weight of their burdens. I'm seeing the 10 of Wands here. The weight of their oppressions, the weight of their sadness, etc. Because you are at the center of it here. So you can guide, you can teach, you can be there for someone and all of this good stuff, beautiful things. But it's okay to release afterwards, after you do whatever it is you need to do to support. It's okay to shift your focus to something else. Okay, and if we're talking about you, then, you know, when we're on a healing path, which is the same thing as awakening in a lot of ways, we can think like, okay, well, when I'm awakened, I'm going to be like floating in the clouds, like I have my music on here, like this dude right here. That's going to be me. That's what I'm going to look like. And then we awaken and we're like paying bills, like picking up dog poop, whatever it is, right? And we're like, this is not the vision. So I don't know who that's for, but you need to release that. Because what I'm seeing here is the King and the Queen of Swords, and they look pooped. They look tired. They look exhausted. They're like, oh my God, is this what it means to be in the center of things, to hold so much affluence and power? And I'm hearing persuasive energy. You have a big impact on people. And that with the 10 of Wands, this is really a lot. So Spirit wants you to take some pressure off yourself here with all of this. So the supportive energy for you is time. There's a time for certain things. Okay, so you need to compartmentalize a little bit. That came out for someone recently. I don't remember who. I feel guided to use one of these cards. I'm seeing this tiger's eye. This might be an important stone for you right now. But compartmentalize, like today, from this hour to this hour, I'll focus my energy here. I don't know, you're carrying some other energies around. The answers you need are coming. Okay, maybe that will help you release some of this tension and expectation, to know that in time, the answers are coming. Spirit is telling you right here, the answers you need are coming in time. So it doesn't matter if you, like, you know, don't waste your time sitting there overthinking or worrying about someone or something. The answers will come. Okay. Let's see the challenge. We have transmute. So when we carry a lot of people's energies or worries here, like this, I'll just share something because this really helped me. When I came to this realization that I could still, you know, help people in my life and participate in healing modalities and practices with those I care for, and even, you know, you guys here and all of that. When I realized that I could do that and then also release myself from the outcome, I don't know, it's like a weight was lifted off of me, because in the past I would just I would worry or I would think about the people a lot. You know, I'd do whatever I felt was helpful at the time or whatever they needed me to do. And then I'd go away and I'd still be thinking about them, like, oh my God, what if they do this? Or is that going to work out for them? Or are they going to be okay? You know, like even with some of my personal readings in the past, I would be thinking a lot about, like, from a personal perspective, that I was worried. And then Spirit's like, you don't need to do that. It's actually not helpful at all. Yeah, maybe it's nice for someone else to feel that kind of connection and that someone else is really concerned, but for you personally, it's not helpful. Okay? Worry is an interesting energy. Sometimes it can catapult us into action, and that's when it's useful. But if it's not inspiring us to take an action that is for the highest good of all, then we really need to find a way to transmute that energy into something else. Okay? So, Ace of Spirit and the Seven of Feelings. This is the Ace of Wands and the Seven of Cups. Yeah, Spirit is saying you have all this energy that you're working with, whether it's your own or other people's, or maybe it's energy that's been created from a situation. I'm hearing a toxic situation, perhaps. Just like all this energy floating around, anxiety and whatever else you want to label that energy as. You can take that energy and transmute it into basically anything you want. The opportunities are endless. Okay, so if you're feeling a certain way, and you don't like that feeling, think, well, what could I do with this? Could I use this feeling to fuel me to like walk, to go for a walk? You know, sometimes when you're anxious, you have this feeling in your body and it actually helps you move more. You know, it feels good when we move. It releases that anxiety, but sometimes it's the actual anxiety that's available for us to transmute into the energy of activity. You know what I'm saying? So if you're heartbroken about something, can you use that melancholy, that sadness, that pit of despair to create something? Bake something, I'm hearing. I don't know, whatever it is that you want. Turn that energy into something else, because Spirit is telling you, like, you can do that. If you're angry about something, okay? And Cancer energy, regardless of where Cancer is in your chart, and my Venus is in Cancer and my MC, Cancer energy can get really, can feel anger really deeply in a way that hurts, right? In a way that really hurts. And so if you don't transmute that energy, it could start to feel really toxic inside, because you keep it in for a long time and then it comes out and it's like, it hurts you. So take that feeling and do something with it. Turn it into something else. Maybe a course, you want to create a course on something. I don't know what it is for everyone. Okay, but Spirit's really advocating for you to transmute energy here that is just like, oh my God. Because it's important that you are at the center of something. This is where you're meant to be, but it's a lot of responsibility. Okay? So your opportunity is water, which is beautiful, your element. It's to get creative with something and not to block off your emotions, because that's another thing Cancer energy can do. It's like things feel so intense and they hurt so deeply that sometimes it feels like the best thing to do is just to silence it. Okay? To just cut it off, just to shut down. Okay, and I've done that in the past with my own Cancerian energy. I've just shut down. Been like, it would be like really volatile, really emotional, and then just like nothing. Just shut down. It's like too much. I can't do it. And that's not the answer. That's not the answer. The answer is to transmute it, to figure out what you can do with this energy. Where is it coming from? How is it useful for you? How can you make this useful for you and for others? Okay? Number 18, the moon as well. Don't be scared of your own emotions, even if others are. We have the 7 of Swords. Yeah. Some of you are spiraling a little bit about something, okay? You could be really making something feel a lot worse than it actually needs to feel. And it's your thoughts about it. You're convincing yourself of something that isn't quite true, or that maybe you just don't need to pay attention to as much as you are. And if you're having a creative block, it's just your fears getting in the way. It's just your own negative self-talk saying like, I'm not good enough, I don't know what I'm doing, all that kind of stuff. Because you can absolutely create what you want. Okay, healer for what you don't see coming with the 5 of Wands. I feel like you are gaining some wisdom, some knowledge about how to heal conflict within yourself. Like you're going to be a healer of conflict. That's very interesting because Gemini's reading, which was right before yours, was all about conflict. So maybe if you have Gemini in your chart, you want to watch that. Can I get one more on this healer? Some of you might be able to find a healer yourself that you can help resolve some of this conflict with. But if that's the case, Spirit, I feel this really strongly. Spirit is saying that you should get support from someone outside of this circle that you're the center of. Okay, so somebody who isn't part of this family, community, whatever this represents to you, workplace. It's like go outside of that. You need somebody that you don't feel like you have some kind of responsibility for, or, so someone new. If that's the case for you, if that's something that you want to do. We have, this is why, because we have judgment, and it says on this card, release of judgment. Because if you go to someone outside of those that you know or who are in your immediate circle, etc., it's like you're going to feel free. You're going to feel like you're not judged in some way. There's some kind of underlying feeling of being judged, probably by yourself. You're probably your biggest critic here. Okay. You're having an awakening, though. This is also a card of awakening. And part of your awakening here is that in order to be a healer, you have to go through conflicts. Big ones, too. In order to learn how to transmute those energies into something that serves you. So your advice, nature spirits. I love this. So literally go out into nature, even if it's just a little park somewhere. But try to talk to the trees, listen to the trees. They have a lot to say, trees. And I'm not joking, and I'm not being hippy dippy here. Like, if you listen to the trees, you will hear something, okay? They will tell you something. And a lot of trees want to be hugged. A lot don't, though. So ask for permission as well. I went up to trees and said, can I hug you? And I've heard no. So, then I don't. But a lot of them do want that. So there's some kind of tree spirit that wants to share something with you. Introspection of somatics. That's the Queen of Pentacles. Earth energy is very helpful for you right now. Okay, maybe you have a friend who's a tree hugger that could help you in some way. That's not part of this circle. Okay? There's something about grounding that is very important for you as well. Okay, so let's see the outcome in the next 3 months. We have Veiled. I'm very curious about this card. What are we talking about here, Spirit? What is veiled in the next 3 months? Let's get one or two. I saw the 5 of Cups there, but next 3 months, what is veiled for Cancers? 5 of Pentacles. Too many. Sage of Support, the Hierophant, and the 5 of Pentacles. What's going on spiritually for you? There might be something where you feel a little bit disconnected from your guides or from Source. This can be a card of feeling spiritually bankrupt. And coming out with the Hierophant, Spirit really wants you to connect here. Because you're having trouble seeing something. For others of you, this could be like you're looking for financial support and it's there. And wherever this financial support is, it's somewhere that's like well established. There's some like, whether it's an institution or a workplace or a person, it's like they're not sketchy in any way, okay? There's some help here for you in whatever way you need it. But right now you can't see that. I feel like we need a little bit more here. Tell me more about the outcome. Hold your vision with Veiled. Yeah, and then, okay, thank you. And then for some of you, like I've been saying, it's like you need to detach here from the outcome of other people's issues and problems and wounds. You need to like blindfold yourself from it, to not focus on it, to not see it, to like veil yourself in some way so that you can hold your own vision and not somebody else's vision. To not let somebody else's energy infect your own vision. So protect what you see. Maybe you need to be more careful about what you actually watch or who you allow to watch you, in a sense. Maybe you need to go a little bit stealth on social media or something like that. Take a little bit of a break. Take it if it resonates. Okay, Cancer, I hope that reading helped you. I love you so much, and I'll see you next time. Hey, Patrick. What you doing, buddy? Come here. Okay. Leo. Okay, Leo, let's see what's going on for you in the next 3 months. I did just hear 6 months though. Okay, so, you know, some of you it's going to be a little bit longer, but let's just go with it and see. The next 3 months, 3 to 6 months, I guess. I don't know. Let's see what's going on for Leo's spirit guides. What's your opportunity? What don't you see coming for Leo? What's happening here? Okay, this seems a little specific, so if you're not resonating with what's about to unfold, then check out your other placements, okay? Because I'm seeing something here, it's kind of peculiar. Spirit's saying that there's a partnership here, whether it's work, love, friendship, family, that can shift, that can change, okay? That can transmute into something else in a positive way. But it looks like there might be something that you're avoiding a little bit. I'm going to pull out some charms. We'll see what comes up. We have P, J, L, another P. We have a traffic light here. I'm seeing like lightning hit a transformer. You know, when you see that happen in the street and the whole thing blows up. Interesting. We have a bicycle. The letter J. I don't know if I said that. We have a cup, a chariot. There's something about street. Like a street, traffic, cars, I don't know, but it seems like maybe this is like an intersection here. Okay, we have Gemini and a rooster, and then half a heart that says, don't forget me. Yeah, I feel like there's something going on here with you and another, which I'm taking to be this Gemini charm, regardless of whether you have Gemini or not, that can be like resolved in some way. Or something can be strengthened even. A relationship you have in your life with someone. Could be an aspect of yourself, but I don't know. There's two vehicles here, the bike and the chariot. You could feel like you've been doing all the hard work here while somebody else is getting a little bit of a free ride. Or you could feel like, I don't know, there's something going on where your challenge is kindness anyways, Leo. Okay, so you're not feeling like too thrilled about something, or you're not extending some sense of kindness towards someone. Like I said, this is specific. It's not going to be for all of you, but it is what's coming out. So let's see. Let's go further and see what's going on. For the theme of your reading, we have the Rose Phoenix. I actually want to take a look in the book and see what they say about this card. Be bold and mighty. Be bold and mighty forces will come to your aid. Today you are stepping into spiritual completion. You've done the work to heal the past and are becoming more and more masterful with managing your emotions in the present. The future you that has all the answers and has already accomplished its mission for humanity is able to send your energy across time and space for you to be nourished and empowered now. Like a rosebud, you have fully blossomed, and like a phoenix, you are rising from the past, flying fearlessly into an inspiring horizon. So maybe Spirit's saying, hey, Leo, like, you've done a lot here. You've come to a new place in your life. You're a different person. You've done the work. You've healed a lot here. You've emerged from a timeline into a new form, and your support is weightlessness. So you're feeling free. You're feeling like something can't hold you back. But which is beautiful, right? But you're kind of forgetting to extend some kindness somewhere. Or maybe an old defense mechanism is still in play when it doesn't need to be. And you could actually like drop your walls in some sense, maybe to a group of new people or somebody in particular in your life. Now, on the flip side, you could feel like people aren't being too kind to you. Okay? So let's see what's happening here. Tell me more about kindness for Leo. We have the 9 of Rods. Yeah, this is being like on the defense, having your boundaries, feeling like you've been through it, shit. That sucked. That was hard, but I'm still standing, but I'm going to be very cautious now. I'm going to be very cautious. But it's affecting your kindness in some way. You can be cautious and still be kind. And I'm not saying you're a miserable person or anything like this. It's just Spirit kind of tapping you on the shoulder, reminding you, hey, Leo, like kindness will get you further in whatever it is that you're trying to do here. And I feel like don't forget me here is a piece of you, the piece of you that is super kind and loving and open and gentle, the gentle lion with the big heart, Everybody knows that about Leo. You're the heart center, right? So don't forget that, because maybe with this traffic light here, it's like you've had to really be cautious with the yellow light before you can go. Maybe you had to stop doing something. Interesting. You could have been dealing with someone who was a little arrogant or had an attitude. Or maybe you do in some sense. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. So let's see. Your opportunity is reflection. And then what you don't see coming is mask. I feel like, I have to be honest. Okay? So I feel like Spirit wants you to take a good look at how you've been showing up. Maybe at work, with your friends, with your partner, with your family, whoever it is that you value and you care for and you want to have a stronger relationship with. Take a look at how you've been kind of acting or showing up. Have you been defensive, distant, cold? Like, what's been going on there? Have you been boastful, prideful, like any of those things? And it's like, once you really take a good look at how others might be perceiving you and seeing you, you'll realize that you haven't really been acting as yourself with that big, beautiful heart. And maybe you have good reason, but the real you wants to be seen. Like, truly, it's going to strengthen your relationships with others. If you're on the job market or you're about to go for a new job or something and you're like, I gotta act the role, I gotta play a part, there's something about you just being authentically you and super kind in your demeanor and your approach as you naturally are that will allow you to have success, to get the job, to move forward, to get the promotion, something like that. It's like you don't have to put on this kind of act or a character. You know how they say that? Like, go into the job and act this way, and to the interview, it's like, in this case, it's better to just not do that at all. Now, of course, we could be talking about someone else here. That what you don't see coming is that somebody else's mask is going to come off. As you reflect on something, you're going to see behind someone's mask. But the way this is ending in the next 3 months is compassion and partnership. So you are going to be feeling more of a compassionate connection with someone or something. So I don't know for how many of you you're seeing behind someone's mask. I feel like you've already done that, you know? I feel like this is more like seeing behind the mask that you've been putting on. And sometimes this happens like in a very subtle way. You know, like I realized I was showing up to one of my jobs that I had, like in this very kind of authoritative tone. And it was because of some past experiences I had where I felt undervalued. And so I felt like, you know, rather than succumbing to self-criticism and feeling like I don't belong here, I'm going to really just like act like I know everything, you know? And it didn't allow me to connect with the people that I wanted to connect with because it was off-putting. It wasn't really who I am. And those weren't the same people that I had built that persona up around. Do you know what I mean? Okay. So maybe that's the case for some of you here. Let's see more about reflection for the opportunity for Leo. Queen of Cups, 8 of Wands, and Temperance. See, this is like a beautiful, beautiful, gentle energy. This is soft, this is kind, this is patient, this is receptive. Okay, this isn't a pushover energy, but it's about harnessing these innate qualities that you have, Leo, to move forward in some way, to progress, to make something happen. For some of you, you're in a partnership and you want that partnership to strengthen, and you have to be the bigger person here and extend the olive branch in some way if you want that partnership to strengthen. Okay? Because that will allow you to really move forward. So what you don't see coming, the mask. Let's see, for Leos. 2 of Pentacles. And the 2 of Wands. See? Duality here. As you juggle like these, maybe like personas, I don't know, or these feelings, emotions, or thoughts you have about something, your path becomes unclear. Who am I really? Where do I really want to go? Where are we going? There's like, it creates confusion. Now, if this is about someone else who's wearing a mask and you're seeing the truth of who they are, etc., then this is going to explain some of their ambiguity, ambivalence, their non-committal plans with you. They've been very back and forth, or they won't talk about the future, or they're always going back on things. You know, it's because of some inauthenticity here that you're going to see, okay? But for most of you, you're understanding that you are juggling like current positive energies that you're working with some old crap, you know, some old hang-ups here, or some just, you know, some wounds from the past that are still influencing the way that you are relating to others. And it's making your path seem very unclear. But the good news, the advice, is the Philosopher's Stone, which is all about transmuting the energy, creating what you want, making magic happen, like you're in control. It says, I am the wisest man alive, man, woman, for I know one thing, and that is I know nothing. This card is here to help you appreciate the wisdom that exists in knowing nothing. Yeah, it's like, don't expect, this is a very like, I expect the worst, so I'm going to prepare. Spirit is saying, don't expect the worst. You don't know what's going to happen here. Just show up with kindness. Soften, it says, into this present moment. And from this space, you will find the silence to unlock your intuitive gifts. Here is a path to get you there. If this is a spiritual thing for you and you are trying to unlock intuitive gifts for yourself, then it is about being more receptive to what comes your way rather than trying to make something happen or following some kind of prescribed path or whatever, ritual even, or I don't know, practice. It's like soften and allow yourself to receive the incoming energy. Okay? Kindness. Keep that word in your mind. I feel is going to be important. Well, let's see what it says. And I haven't looked at the book for any other sign, so maybe this is a message too, like do some reading about something might help you, or look up more information about something might ease your mind around something you're struggling with. Kindness will never be wasted in any way. Give the love you wish to receive. We often unconsciously train ourselves to make what we lack into something we subconsciously worship, and forget the power of love as something we can pay forward and experience through a cycle of reciprocity. Rather than wasting time thinking about what we don't have and fixating on all that we are lacking, what if we use this time to shift our energy away from our own inner struggles? What if we focused our attention on how we might be more loving and generous to others who are in need? This card is a reminder that when you are inspired to give love, do not hold back. Do not hold back. Philosopher's Stone, because the outcome, Leo, compassion and partnership, a strengthening of a bond, meeting heart to heart, as you truly desire to, you know? You're not a flaky, superficial person, so don't wear any masks. King of Rods, there we go. Two of Cups, the Magician, Justice, and the Five of Wands. Yeah, this is like detaching, the Six of Swords, detaching from some way of being where you feel like you need to be in control, or that you need to be on the defense, or you need to take action. I don't know. It's a very kind of suspicious, a little bit, energy that you have in some sense. And the way to balance out this conflict that you have within yourself or with someone else is to come at it through kindness and really manifest this compassionate partnership. Okay, Leo, that's what I have for you. I really hope that helped. I love you so much, and I'll see you next time. Okay. Who is next? Virgo. Virgo. Let's use these. Hi, Virgo. How you been? It feels like it's been a long time since I worked with your energy, actually. I don't know when I put out your sign last, but it feels like a while. So let's see what's going on with you, Virgo, in the next 3 months. What's coming up for you? What's something unexpected? Karmic shifts, new opportunities. We have the Alchemist falling out right away as your theme. And then we have seduction as your supportive energy. Okay. Let's see what's challenging you. Strength. Your current energy, divergence. We're going to get some tarot out too. Your current energy, divergence. Okay. That should have actually been your opportunity. So we'll take this as your opportunity. Falling, what you don't see coming, the necropolis. Grief for your advice. And your outcome is marriage. What? Okay, this doesn't have to be literal marriage. It can be, but it's more of something that you are trying to build a partnership with, or that you're coming into strong union with. But your current energy is diverging from this. Some of you are breaking apart from something you were married to. Could even be a career or a way of thinking, a way of being. But I believe this to be a good thing because the Alchemist is the theme. You're taking some old energy, stagnant energy, and turning it into something else. Why? Why? What's happening? What's happening? The adversary, the mask, and pursuit. Okay. We have another kind of specific reading here. So if this doesn't resonate with you, then check out your other placements. Let me just put away these charms. You could be dealing with a Leo, not all of you, but Leo had a very specific message too, which isn't really the same as this, but anyways. Interesting. Okay. Well, you're seeing something that you don't like. Let's put it that way. You're realizing that someone's pursuing something, maybe not for the right reasons, or you're not sure if you're heading in the same direction as someone. Some of you could realize that you've been self-sabotaging in a way, but that's only a small number of you. I think for most of you, this is somebody else here that you're involved with. Could even be a workplace, but I feel like you're not aligning with them. You don't have the same goals in mind here. And so I feel like you're letting go of this, or you're shutting down to something, you're breaking away from something, you're definitely diverging. You don't believe in whatever they believe, or it's just not vibing with you. You're being seduced by something else, and this is what's supporting you. So there's something new or something more in alignment with you that is coming in that is really intriguing you and kind of livening you up, brightening you up, making you feel like, oh, this is interesting. This is where I want to spend my time and energy. And this is encouraging you to change your life. But your challenge is strength, so this isn't easy, okay? Let's get a little bit further on, let's see, what about this mask adversary pursuit thing? Who is this? What is this for Virgos? For Virgos. We have the Two of Swords and, or is that Two of Wands? I think that's the Two of Wands, actually. Sorry. The Two of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, this, for many of you, this could be about work, or it's like whatever somebody is working towards, the path that they're choosing is, you're at a crossroads with someone or something. Maybe it's an old path of yours that you're like, I don't really align with this anymore. Okay, so tell me more about the seduction. Seven of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Star. Well, there's a vision that you've had for yourself for a long time about what you, like, you know, some interest of yours or some career you wanted to get into, or I don't know, just a vision of who you were, who Virgo is, you know? It's like that vision never died. That's been very much alive in you. And now that you are diverging from this other path with this person here that's seeming a little bit strange now to you, this is becoming more and more attractive. You're being seduced by your own destiny, Virgo. That's beautiful. You're being seduced by your own destiny. And with the Seven of Wands here, like, you're standing your ground with it. You're not going to let this vision go that you have of what your life could be like or who you could be. So tell me why strength is such a challenge for Virgos. Tell me why strength is a challenge. We have the Eight of Swords and the Two of Swords. Well, because because Virgo, 10 of Swords, because Virgo. I love you guys. But no, this is like you're having a really hard time making a decision here. You're worried. You're in your head about something, about whether this is actually feasible. Can you have this vision? Can you actually make your dreams into a reality? Should you really let go of this other thing? Are you just, overreacting? It's all those kinds of questions. You're in your head, and it's compromising your courage to really move down your path. Some of you could be questioning your own motives, right? Maybe you want to open up a business, but you're not really sure if you have the best intentions in mind. You're freaking out about that. You don't need to, okay? Whatever you're worried about, the worry itself is an interference. I feel like you've already decided about the old path, whoever is wearing this mask and all this stuff over here. You've already made a decision here. You just have to take action now. You've already diverged. I just saw 14144. Okay. So maybe you're coming closer to finding your soul tribe here, and you're leaving some old group of friends or group of people behind in some way. I'm hearing something about how do I say that? It's like somebody else's ancestral karma you were working with. Maybe this is like your partner's ancestral karma. I don't know. Let's see. The letter P, the letter E, the letter E again, the letter J, the letter U, a heart, 1111, a rooster, a lighthouse. What's that? A wolf. A howling wolf, Capricorn, a snowflake, a birthday cake, a stethoscope, and a moon. Maybe you have a moon in Capricorn, or that's significant for someone. But it's like the lighthouse is seducing you. Your inner light is seducing you, your heart. And you're responding to this call in your heart like the wolf howling to the moon. Destiny, 1111, you know it. Oh, I didn't see these little handcuffs here. I feel like with the moon in handcuffs, it's your fears that are handcuffing you, that are keeping you bound, keeping you stuck. Okay, birthday cake, this is a rebirth, it's a renewal. Listen to your heart. Stethoscope with a heart. Listen to your heart, Virgo. You are unique, snowflake. You got a little bit of a vision here, and Spirit wants you to pursue that. Okay? Don't live somebody else's life. Don't live someone else's lie. Okay. Let's keep going. Your opportunity is falling. This is going to take a little bit of courage here. You're going to have to take a leap of faith, and it might feel like you're falling. Okay? But somebody is catching your fall. You are catching your fall, your spirit guides. The Sun and the Queen of Pentacles. Look, this is so much support. Like financial support, grounded support, actual real support here. Either you are really supporting yourself, like you have everything you need, you got your own back, or maybe this is somebody in your world that you know, an earth sign, or it could be someone else, but they're really there for you, you're really there for you. You're falling right into the sun, which is beautiful. It's like you're falling out of the moon and into the sun, which is illumination, vitality. Is this a wolf? There's that howling wolf at the sun, not even at the moon. You're howling at the sun. I love this. Before you were howling at the moon with this, maybe the unknown, there were fears, this is what you were giving your time and energy to, your focus. You were maybe even giving your voice to, like you were doing some kind of work with this, or I don't know. And then you realize, I don't want the moon. Symbolically, right? Nothing wrong with the moon, but just symbolically. I don't want the moon, the dark. I want the sun, the light. I want to howl at the sun. Diverging. Beautiful. So you're alchemizing moon energy into sun energy. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid. Now your opportunity, or sorry, what you don't see coming is the necropolis. Okay. So what's going on here? Tell me more about the opportunity, or what Virgo doesn't see coming. Maybe that is your opportunity to see this. We have the Four of Swords. What's that saying I heard recently? Well, it's like, what makes you feel uncomfortable, your new path that you're feeling seduced and called to, the sun, feels uncomfortable. But it's the uncomfortability that is actually going to give you light and life. Whereas the place where you've gotten used to, the comfort, is where you actually feel like you're dying. You know, the Four of Swords is a card of rest and being asleep, going unconscious even. So really not a lot of mental action, not a lot of mental stimulation or anything really. It's just a place of chill vibes. But those chill vibes are coming with the Necropolis card, which is like kind of, I'm seeing 444 on the clock. It's kind of like a dead zone. There's nothing really going on here. And what you don't see coming is some kind of realization about this, that where you've been so-called comfortable has actually really been quite uncomfortable. Tell me more about this opportunity for Virgo. The Page of Swords. Yeah, it's for you to see. For you to see that you're not growing intellectually, or that you're just not living up to your potential. And it has something to do with this other energy here that's wearing a mask, or that's just not, their intentions are just not clear or in alignment with you. Now your advice is grief. Okay, so one second, another story is coming in for someone here. For some of you, you've lost someone. And you've been in this stage of grief that's like bargaining / anger, and you're trying to avoid the actual sadness and acceptance. And Spirit wants you to make a decision to face those fears that you have of accepting this loss, because that's truly what you need to do in order to heal. Okay, and I know grief is complicated and you got to do things on your own time, but this is another message coming through for someone. You might be blaming someone or something for the loss of someone, and it's not helping you. It is part of the process. It's normal, it's natural, but it's at the point now, it's at the time where you need to go to the next step. Okay? That's just for someone very specific. So let's see grief for the advice. The Ace of Wands and the Page of Wands. Well, I heard you can capitalize on this grief. You can, with the Alchemist card too, you could use this energy of grief that you're working through, that you're feeling, to help you take an inspired action towards this new path. Some of you are working with other people who are grieving, or there's someone around you who's grieving, and you can give them some new tools by showing them the light side of something rather than getting them to do the shadow stuff. Okay, another specific message. So let's see marriage with the outcome. Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so you're coming into union with something. Okay, like a successful long-term union with something or someone. Even if you're in a marriage, okay, and it's like you're having problems, or in a relationship and you're having problems, and you're not, like, you don't really want to split from this person, but you acknowledge that you're not in alignment. If that's your story and you don't want to split with this person, your intuition is saying, I'm good, like, I think maybe I should stay. Then the message for you is you have to pursue your own path. Okay, do not live someone else's life. You can still be together and have your own separate interests and paths and destiny, and you don't have to compromise. You know, I don't believe that relationships should be about compromise. I believe it should be about accumulation. Like, you put your energies together to grow, not to come together and shrink and compromise those energies. You know what I mean? So build your own path, start your own business, travel where you want to travel, all of those things. It doesn't mean that it will break the relationship. It can actually make it stronger here. Someone might have to grieve the change in you, but that's on them, not on you. And then, like, there's, you know, so many of you here, so there's different iterations of this energy I'm seeing. Then some of you, you are leaving something, someone, but you're heading to something much more stable and in alignment with who you truly are. Okay. We have the 5 of Wands and the 6 of Cups. For those of you who are leaving something, you might have to fight off a little nostalgia here, the Lovers. But it does look really like you're heading towards this really like beautiful, glorious, destined path. I want to get a closing card for you, Virgo. Let's see. Do we have a closing message? It's time to release negativity. Yeah, that's definitely the message here. In whatever form the negativity is, your own mind, your own doubts, another person, a job situation, it's time to release that. Allow yourself to be seduced by your own destiny and start howling at the sun and not the moon. All right, Virgo, that's what I have for you. I hope that helped. Okay. Virgo, Libra. Libra. What should we do for Libra? Okay. Libra. It's getting messy over here. Don't want to use that. Okay. All right, Libra, let's see what's coming up for you in the next 3 months. What surprises are coming in? Ooh, surprises, unexpected opportunities, events for Libra's spirit. What's going on for Libra? I'm getting Libra's turned a corner. Hearing the name Paul, I don't know. Oh, we have Prudence, Fate, and Sage. Let's take a look at this first. So the theme of your reading for the next 3 months is prudence, self-assurance, integrity, and clear-mindedness. This is so Libra-like, right? With the scales here. So judging a situation fairly is going to be important in the next 3 months. So Spirit wants you to stay clear-minded about a situation And this might be a little bit hard because there could be something that you need to accept that maybe you don't want to accept, or you'll need to be patient for something to come through, because your challenge is Sage, and on this it says harmony, acceptance, and patience. You know that to really see a situation clearly, I'm getting something like, you know that you need to trust the wisdom that's been passed down to you. It almost feels like to me, and we're going to take out some more cards and tarot and stuff and see what's going on, but it feels to me like something's unfolding here and you have some say-so in the matter, okay? You have a very important observation to make that's going to play a huge role in something. And it's almost like you know already what to do, or you know what you're seeing. You've had this wisdom already passed down to you. You've learned a previous lesson, or maybe somebody's helped you in some way and you have those tools. But for some reason, you don't really want to believe it or exercise it. Or, I don't know. It's interesting. So let's see. Your supportive energy is fate, alignment, decisive moments, opportunistic events. This moment that's coming up in the next 3 months is fate. It's really allowing, whatever happens is allowing you to see something as it is. I feel like you're going to have to look at all sides of a situation, okay? And really trust your logic here. And not like, don't rely so much on your emotional information. Some of you are going to have to make some important decision that relates to somebody else's life, okay? And you really have to think logically about what the best course of action is, and not succumb to doing something that's, not in alignment with your fate, with your opportunities. Okay? Because if you make a decision to help someone or to do something for someone that compromises you and your path and your opportunities, well, you're not allowing something to play out as it should for that person. This is very specific. I don't know. We're getting more specific as I get further along into the signs. It's interesting. But it feels almost like things will work out in time, or this person will find a resolution, and you already know that this is this person's path. It's their karma. They need to work something out for themselves. But it might be very tempting for you to I don't know, do something here when you shouldn't do anything. This feels like Okay, let's get the tarot out actually and go a little bit further into this. For Libra, tell me more about prudence. Tell me more about prudence. Seven of Cups. Yeah, because things are unclear right now. You need to sit with something. You need to hold off. So what is this all about? The Hangman. Yeah. Okay. What is this about? Strength. This is going to be a little bit of a challenge here. This is a general reading, okay? So the energy could be playing out in so many different ways, but one way could be that someone's in a crisis and they come to you for help, okay? And it's really hard to turn this down, this opportunity to help, because you're Libra and you like to restore balance in difficult situations. But you need to, Hangman, you need to hold, pause, sacrifice that part of you that really wants everything to work out fine. So you're going to just extend yourself in a way that doesn't really serve you, you have to hold off on something. And this is going to take some courage. Maybe someone's going to pressure you here in some sense. For others of you, you might feel like you really want to take action with something, but it's not the time yet. But this feels more to me like something happens in somebody else's life or in something external to you in the workplace or something, and then you're asked to respond. But there's definitely all the cards haven't been laid on the table yet, like literally, but also in your situation. So you don't really know what you're working with yet. Okay. Tell me more about the support for Libra. 10 of Swords. Somebody is facing a difficult ending. And it's fate. The Lovers at the bottom. This could be a contract, a connection. Okay. It's almost like someone's asking you to be their savior. Yeah. What's going on here, Libra? Stoicism as the outcome. That's exactly the energy Spirit is asking you to be in. With the Hangman and Prudence, it's stoicism. Peacefulness, receptiveness, manifestation, but it's also like not feeling like you're also in the crisis, because I don't feel like you are. I feel like someone else is in a crisis of some sort, and they need to learn some kind of lesson. Okay, so Blood Moon, number 8, for your opportunity. It says illusion, uncertainty, and narcissism. Something is definitely about to really unfold, and you'll be able to see into a situation much further in the next 3 months than you can now. And you need to let it unfold. You need to see something a lot clearer than you are now. And you have to wait for that to happen. And that's the opportunity, is to clear up this illusion. So if there's anything going on, anything like a business deal, I don't know, a trip you want to take, and there's something that's like shrouded in some kind of confusion or mystery or illusion, and you're not really sure people's intentions or what, hold off. Hangman, you need to see a different perspective that hasn't been revealed to you yet. But the challenge is like you want there to be no conflict. You want everything to run smoothly. Maybe for some of you, not all of you, but for some of you, you really want to be accepted. This could be into a workplace, a school, a group of friends, a love thing. It's like you want acceptance, so you're just going to go ahead and do something that your intuition is saying, I don't know. And your logical mind is saying, I need more information. Okay? So tell me about this illusion. The Knight of Pentacles and the Moon. Oh boy. There's been an illusion that's been going on for some time here. Or you've been in the dark about something for some time. What is going on, Libra? I heard you turned a new corner. Well, maybe that's why. It's like you don't need to be involved in it. 10 of Swords, fate. This could even be someone from the past pops back up with a crisis, and it's like not your it's not your issue. Okay, let's keep going. Conjurer for what you don't see coming. It says higher self, fertility, and creativity. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Completion, again, 10 of Swords. It's reminding me of the hopscotch on the last collective reading. You've reached the pinnacle of something. You've reached the top. You're done playing the game. That's what it is. You're done playing the game. Hopping around here. hopping on one foot, losing balance. Your higher self is really working with you. So what is this that Libra doesn't see coming? Justice. Libra, this is your higher self. This is your major arcana, which is your higher self. Justice. This is what you're conjuring right now. Justice. Okay, so it's very important that you heed this advice. And maybe it doesn't fully resonate with you now, since we are doing like a next 3 months reading. So maybe you want to save this reading, come back to it when something fishy unfolds or something happens, a crisis in someone's life or something like this. And it's not to say that you shouldn't help people, but there's something here that you just don't know the full picture. You know, it's reminding me, I had these, I think I've told this story before, but I had these 2 friends a long time ago. And one really needed an apartment, and she wasn't very good with money, and she's neither one are no longer in my life, actually. But anyways, she was kind of sketchy. Okay, so she wanted my other friend to sign the lease for her because she had bad credit and so on and so forth. And my other friend, he felt really bad, and you know, like he's one of these people who just like really wants to help people. And he called me and he said, should I do it? And I said, no. No, it's not your responsibility. You know, and like she's proven to be untrustworthy with things, like many things. So it's probably not a good idea. And he really wrestled with it because he really wanted to help her. This is part of your message. Okay, so this could be something in here for you. And I don't know, 8 months later, huge drama thing unfolded. Like police were involved in her whole situation, and she broke her lease, and like a whole bunch of stuff went down, and he would have been right in the thick of all of that, but he avoided it because he trusted, well, my advice, but also probably his own intuition, which got him to call me, you know? And this is the same thing here for you. It's like you don't see the full picture yet. And yeah, so listen to your higher self, justice. Okay, maybe that's a literal situation for someone. I don't know. But this is really positive because I feel like you've come into a different level of conscious awareness. And now this is like one of the first times maybe that you're going to actually be making a decision based on your awakening. You know, it's like you've gone through something, you had an awakening, and now this is the next thing that unfolds. And it's like, how are you going to handle this situation? Not like how you used to. And it's going to be tough with the Strength card here, but you're up for it. Okay, so your advice is heart. It says emotional awakening, intuition, follow your heart. Let's see. Maybe this is, hold on, death. Yeah, I was going to say maybe this is a different way of understanding your emotions, because intuitively I feel like Spirit is saying don't get emotionally sucked into someone else's drama or needs or whatever's going on with them. Use your logic. And then it says for advice, heart, follow your heart. So maybe this is a different way of understanding what your heart is saying outside of an emotional manipulation, outside of the emotions. You know, following your heart is like following your soul. With the Death card, you have a new idea of what it, like a transformative idea of what it means to follow your heart. It doesn't necessarily mean give into your emotional state or any manipulations of your emotions. Your heart has transformed here. And there is something that you potentially need to let go of. 10 of Swords and Death in the same reading. The Moon, Justice. You're really laying down, like, I'm hearing no bones about it. Stoicism, but you're doing it with grace, poise, respectability. I'm hearing no screaming banshee. Okay. The Emperor, there you go. Stoicism with the Emperor. Libra, you got this. This looks good on you. This is a sign of a true leader. This is a sign of someone who's elevated. This is a sign of maturity. This is dealing with conflict stoically, with grace, with poise, with sage wisdom, with using that wisdom that you've been given by your higher self. You're going to do it. This is beautiful. You're going to be rewarded for this, for sure. This is not like, this is a big deal. You're going to be rewarded. So let me see here. Tell me more about that for Libra. And then we'll end the reading. Initiation. I told you, this is a big deal. You're going to be rewarded. You're getting initiated. Forgiveness and perception. Ooh, this is so interesting. You're releasing, okay? You're releasing a lot of energy here that in the past you would have held on to, and it would have lowered your vibration, like would have just made you like a little gremlin all day, you know? I say from experience. All right? So, but you're releasing that. You're forgiving others for their bullshit and their ways. And you're just moving along and you're doing what's best for you. You're dealing with stuff from a new perspective. You have a new perception, the Hangman. And your perception of the world, of situations, of other people, the way you choose to view things and think about things creates your reality. And now that you understand that, you can create whatever reality you want. This like genie lantern here, initiation. You're understanding the power of your perception, and also how to take balanced, fair action and not be emotionally manipulated. This is amazing. I have so much respect for you, Libra. And I think others will as well. Okay, that's what I have for you. I hope that helped. I'll see you next time. Scorpio, I'm feeling some kind of excitement here. I feel like something is unfolding for you right now in the next 3 months that is pretty damn exciting. Good fortune. I'm also excited for Libra's reading. So if you have Libra in your chart, maybe check it out. But no, this is about you too. Some excitement here. You're bonding, you're connecting. Something about past lives is coming up here. Talisman. Yeah, okay. So this is the theme of your reading. What's supporting you? Divinity. What's challenging you? Power. Your opportunity? Stormy. Let's see. What you don't see coming. Safe travel. That's awesome. Hi, Wolfgang. Your advice. Shadow. And the outcome. Focus. Okay. Let's use these cards. So what's going on here? Something exciting, a little scary, a little nerve-wracking. But you're definitely being divinely guided. There's something here, like a talisman, or what is it? I feel like you're being given a key, like you're being given access to unlock something about your past life. Maybe this is a metaphor. Let's see. Let's go further in. No, not these cards. Let's go further in for Scorpio. Tell me more about the talisman as the theme of the reading. What's like a significant object you have that means something to you? It could be like a piece of jewelry, it could be, I don't know, some kind of trinket. There's something here. Like, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? There's something about the energy of that is unlocking something for you. Okay, it's almost like like the object itself is becoming some kind of portal for you to move through. There's something here about that it's so interesting. Okay. Or maybe you'll find something in the next 3 months that is going to, like, you're going to build some kind of special relationship with this object. There's something about this object holding energy, and it's like ancient energy. It's almost like this object, you had this object in your past life. Whoa, Scorpio, this is like kind of out there, this reading. So, you know, if you're like, I just want to know if I'm getting a promotion, I don't know. Check out your other signs. Maybe that message will be there. I don't know. But I'm telling you that you're going through some kind of past life portal via an object that you've had already in a past life. Okay, let's see. Tell me more about the talisman. 10 of Swords. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, can we just do this reading like how Spirit is like guiding me? Because I feel like it's really weird, all right? But it's like you died with this object in a past life. It's also a gateway to the next part of your timeline after a very difficult ending. It's kind of, okay, I'm going to share this because it seems to be relevant here for your reading. And I was looking at this before I turned on the camera. Where is it now? So I used to wear this around my neck for 9 years, I think it was, 9 years. And it's Odin's knot. And Odin represents in the tarot the hangman. So this is being stuck in time, making sacrifices to gain a new perspective. And I definitely, in retrospect, was kind of in this hanged man phase of my life where I was making a lot of sacrifices, having hard lessons, being on the out, seeing things from a new perspective. And the day I made a huge change in my life, I was, you know, I never took this off my neck before. Okay, like I'd shower with it, sleep with it, like I do with this one. And I took it off the night before I moved, which was a huge, huge change in my life. Huge. I took it off my neck, and when I did, it broke. You see, like the thing is no longer here, so I couldn't put it back on. And I was really upset because I love it. I was like, why did I take it off? I think it had like some hair stuck on the chain or something I was trying to get off. But it's like, why did I take it off? And it broke. And then after I moved, I was thinking about it. I'm like, wow, it's like I got off the tree. I got off the hangman tree. And I started a new cycle with something that means something much different. And I feel like this is something that's going on with you. Symbolically, somehow, some way, this is someone's reading, okay? And I'm seeing this here for you. So pay attention to the objects around you, what has broken recently that meant a lot for you or that held some meaning. Like this is part of you moving through another portal. This is the exciting part. Yeah, it's like this thing held some power in your life. And it's time to either move towards a new object. What's this? I'm seeing something pop up on my screen. It says we should make more efforts. Maybe you're making more effort with something, and it's like you're moving towards this new object, this new energy, okay? That's just showing up as an object in this reading, but it's like you're moving towards this new energy that has a different kind of symbolic power or different kind of actual power for you. But it requires you leaving behind an older energy, 10 of Swords, but one that maybe you held on to for some time and meant something to you. This is all in divine timing. It's timely, it's divinely guided. Maybe there's something around you that you didn't realize the power it was having in your life. You know, maybe it was keeping you stagnant. Could be a person too. Could be an aspect of your shadow, since that's your advice. Something had, like, this could have been infused with shadow energy. You know, it's interesting, okay? So, yeah. Scorpio. Let's see. Tell me more about divinity. The Empress. What is she wearing around her neck there? It's time for you to adorn yourself in a new way. Know thyself and adorn thyself accordingly. You know yourself on a deeper level, and so now you're adorning yourself, meaning you're surrounding yourself with memories. I'm hearing memories, objects, energies that match with you, that represent your current frequency, and it's out with the old. Maybe some of you need to get rid of some old jewelry, okay? Or cleanse some jewelry or something like that. So let's see what power is all about here for the challenge. Knight of Pentacles, Judgment, the Sun, and the Knight of Cups. You're moving from the Knight of Pentacles to the Knight of Cups. Yeah, it's like you're taking off your armor here. You're taking off your armor. Okay? And it's like you're reflecting back on the old you that you were, which was fierce and amazing and all of those things. But it's a part of you that you've outgrown. And you're like, whoa, I'm so different now. The power that I feel within myself is just so different than how I used to resonate with empowerment. You know, what used to make you feel empowered is not the same as what makes you feel empowered now. Oh, sorry. Here's the Knight of Pentacles. But here's your armor. This is an awakening. See, look at you. Knight of Pentacles in the middle of the ocean. Like, this doesn't make sense. And we had that down here, didn't we? Yeah, Earth. Earth energy. It's almost like... Oh, how do I say this? It's like you're coming into a new understanding of what it means to be in the earthly realm, like to create the things you want, to own the things you want, to, you know, to show up as you want. The Empress is Earth as well. And the older you, and we're talking about objects and all of these like material things, it's like the old you had a very different relationship with Earth energy. And now you've evolved. Like, you were kind of out of sorts in the past. You were trying to make something work, but it wasn't really working. And now you understand more about how to harmonize your creativity, your love, with what it is that you want to create and what it is that you want to nurture. You've had a massive awakening, and you're taking off your armor here. This is cool. Okay, so your opportunity is to now set sail, get in the water. This is too It's too metaphorical. I feel like you were anchoring yourself somewhere. Maybe it's a particular house, place, relationship, idea. I don't know. But like you had anchored yourself somewhere. And you don't need to do that now. In fact, you should set sail and go through this new portal to this new adventure. But it looks stormy to you. But look what you don't see coming is safe travel. So no matter how stormy things look, it's safe. And that night that I was packing up to move, I was terrified. I moved like in a really rough, bad situation. Like it wasn't like a fun move or anything like that. It's treacherous. Okay. And so I was nervous. I thought it was stormy. I didn't know what was going to happen. I was excited for a change, but it was rough. But look, safe travels. And it was all good. And it's going to be all good for you too, Scorpio. Whatever it is that you're embarking on next that you feel like, wow, this is a real shift now that's coming up in my life. It's all good. You don't need to anchor yourself to any kind of place, person, thing in order to feel like you have some sense of security. That security exists within you. That abundance exists within you. Some of you might be downsizing or leaving things behind. It's like all the abundance is in you. Okay. Whew. All right. So let's see more about the opportunity. The King of Swords. The King of Swords. With safe travel. Don't let your fears and your emotions and all of the stuff that's going on cloud your logic. Because logically, you know that you're going to be okay. Logically, you also know that you could move in different directions and still be okay. If you feel like I'm hearing pigeonholed or like you're being squeezed or you're like being forced to make some kind of decision, you're not. It's just an emotional state or it's a fear that's making you feel like the walls are closing in. But in all actuality, there are many directions for you to take that are all safe, guided, protected, and part of your destiny. Part of your divinity as well. You are smart. You know what you're doing. Okay? You 100% know what you're doing. And you're going to receive clarity about the next step, about where the next part of your journey is heading to. Like complete clarity with the Sun card here as well. And about the power that you have to make the important changes that you need to make in your life. The Shadow for your advice. This whole shift and thing that you find that gets you through this portal and like all these cool things that are happening, I don't even know how, all of it is getting you to confront your shadow in some way, okay? Something's gonna happen here, whether it's like coming across an object or getting rid of an object, or setting sail. Oh my God, she sells seashells by the seashore. Setting sail to somewhere that seems stormy, okay, or in the storm, is going to get you to confront your shadow. So let's see, what's the shadow? We have the Two of Wands. This is like having to pick a path. This is being at a crossroads. That's the shadow. That was certainly part of what was going on with me in my shadow, the inability to make a decision and to like actually take action on the decision that I ended up making. Okay? So you need to face what fears you have inside of you that are saying it's not time yet, when your intuition is saying it is time. So what's going to be the outcome of all this in the next 3 months? We have focus, and it's pointing right at the shadow. Well, you're going to really understand what role your shadow self has had in your indecisiveness, and also in your holding on to things that don't match your frequency. You're going to understand what part of your shadow played a role in that. Was it fear? Was it guilt? Was it shame? What was it? You're going to find out. You'll be very focused on the shadow, and not only your shadow, but other people's shadow as well. And the shadow isn't always negative things like fear, guilt, shame. Sometimes we hide the most beautiful aspects of ourselves in the shadow because at some point someone told us those aspects of ourselves weren't valuable, weren't lovable, weren't worthy, and so forth. So we said, all right, well, I guess I need to hide that part of myself. And maybe that's what you're focusing on, that beautiful part of you that exists in the shadow, that you've put in the shadow. That sweet part of you. Maybe it's an innocent part of you. Maybe it's a creative part of you. The part of you that goes after what you want and not worrying what other people have to say. It could be multiple things. But really think about that, Scorpio. Sometimes we do shadow work, and we should do shadow work. Not just to unveil all the ickiness and murkiness and all that stuff, but to find the beauty that we forgot, to find our divinity and our beauty and our abundance in the ways that we nurture ourselves. Next 3 months, Scorpio. Next 3 months. We have the Two of Pentacles. This looks like the shadow a little bit. The Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Cups. Yeah, this is like you understanding that you really do control your own destiny and your own fate. And you control it through the actions that you take, the decisions you make, your free will. We have different life paths that we design and so forth, and that spirit has a hand in and all that. But ultimately, we choose which path we're going to take. And this is you really understanding that about yourself. Okay? You've chosen your path up until now, and if you don't like it, you can change it. That's the beautiful thing about taking accountability for things in our life that have gone wrong. Because once we do, we realize we're not powerless. Hey, I designed this, so I can redesign it. And that's what you're discovering here about yourself. The Wheel of Fortune, it's in your hands. All right, Scorpio, that's what I have for you. I hope that helped. I'll see you next time. Whew, that was good. All right, Sagittarius. I'm excited for your reading. Where are we going today? What are we doing today? I was looking at my progress chart, and my moon is currently in Sagittarius, which really makes sense as to why I've been vibing with Sagittarius readings lately on my channel and other people's channels and readings too. So that makes a lot of sense. So maybe have a look at your progress chart. Could be a message for you. So where are we going with Sag? Let's go into this deck. All right, Sagittarius. What's coming up in the next 3 months for you? Surprises, new unfoldings. Number 22, Enchanter, self-evaluation, awakening, and purpose. This is the theme of your reading. Get this other one though. Portal as your strength, your supportive energy, originality, idealism, progression. Let's get them all out and then we'll talk about its spirit. Oh, you gotta make a decision here. You gotta make a movement with something, or jump on something. Like it's an opportune moment for something, Sagittarius. Okay. Interesting. Your reading's a lot more practical, and I was expecting that we were going to go into some like faraway land. Maybe we will. But yeah, this seems a little bit more practical, but it's good. Okay, let's use this deck. The overall theme, Enchanter, awakening, purpose. A new purpose in your life is beginning to come online, to awaken. You're seeing something. A skill is developing, or you're finally finding your place somewhere. Let's see more. And if you feel like you're kind of lost and you don't know what to do, or what your life purpose is and your mission and all of those things, your path, the answer is your path is defined by what enchants you. What enchants you, Sagittarius? What makes you feel like, wow, this is magical, this is cool, there's so much to understand, unfold, learn here? That's your path. The enchanting path is your path. Because there's something about understanding more of yourself through enchantment, which is yeah, because you have to ask yourself, why am I enchanted by that? What is it about that thing that I want to do, or that I'm interested in, or even that person that enchants me? Like, why? What is it? This will help you understand more about who you are and yourself, and what you're really trying to move closer towards, which is ultimately wholeness. There's some kind of magical life you're leading. The Empress. Enchanter with the Empress. It's abundant. Your purpose is to bring a sense of abundance into the world. Some of you are meant to protect others in some way. Maybe it's energetically, or maybe actually in some sense, but there's some kind of protection that you can offer others by teaching them to see with their third eye, I'm getting. Okay, here we are going into another world. Okay, but teaching them to see with their third eye, or teaching them to stand up for themselves in a sense. Teaching them how to protect their dreams. So let's see the portal. Originality. Now, who you are, whoever I'm connecting to with today, you're not the run-of-the-mill enchanter. Okay, you're not. You are somebody who is very original. And like Sagittarius energy can be, you can be idealistic in your visions, in your desires, in your plans for the future. You can seem overly optimistic at times, but there is nothing wrong with that. That is your strength. You can be idealistic and realistic at the same time. Why can't you dream up an ideal? Why is that so wrong? In order for shifts and changes to happen in the world and within ourselves, we have to think up new ideas. We can't just fall down the same old well of despair that comes towards us, or that we find ourselves in our life through different kinds of issues and conflicts and so forth. We have to dream up a new future. We have to create originality, the progression that we seek. We have to make the portals, not only look for them, but to make them ourselves. And you're coming up as the Empress. So you are more than capable of making a portal, of birthing a portal. The Empress is a portal. Okay. She gives birth, and that is a portal, the whole birth thing. Okay. So let's see. Tell me more. The Lovers, King of Swords. I'm hearing, what do you want to attract? 9 of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles. You're overcoming some kind of fear here with the King of Swords and the 9 of Swords. It's like you're shutting down that part of your brain that says, I'm not worthy, this isn't for me, I can't have love, there are no freaking portals, what the hell is even tarot, you know, all that stuff. You're shutting that down. You're saying, no, I believe in enchantment, I believe in mystery, I believe in magic, I believe in my own ability to create and manifest my reality. And no one is going to take that away from me. Okay? You have an original idea that is taking you through a portal. And you're overcoming some fears here. You've had to overcome some fears in order to really believe in yourself here. For some of you, these fears have to do with love, commitment, and connection. Some of you are addressing some of your anxieties around commitment, whether it's your own or other people's towards you. And you're also being asked here to envision who you want to share your future with. Now, maybe you don't know this person yet, or these people. Maybe it's a family or a group of friends. It doesn't have to be love, romantic love. It can be. But it's like, who are these people? Create these people, these ideal people. Okay, so that you can recognize them when you find them. That's the purpose. So that you immediately recognize them because you've already thought about them and who they are and the energy they hold. Okay. So your challenge is rider, movement, quick decisions, and progress. And this is that opportune moment. I feel like you're going to come across a soul connection with someone or something that is part of this portal that you have manifested. You really have. And the way you manifested is because you confronted your fears and your anxieties and said, nope, no more. I don't have to be pessimistic. Being pessimistic doesn't make you smarter. I was listening to some person, some specialist of some sort, some doctor, PhD person, and they were talking about how people usually associate pessimism with intelligence. You know, they're more realistic. They can see the world as it really is and the world's dark. But in all actuality, there's no correlation at all. Optimism and idealism have equal amounts of intelligence as pessimistic people do. Okay, so don't for one second think that you're naive or dumb or anything like that for being idealistic, because you're not. All the beautiful things that we have in this world were created by people who were optimistic and idealistic. Okay, so you're going to have to make a decision quickly because something you've manifested is going to be presented to you. And it's not time to start doubting. It's a time to actually go for it. Because your opportunity is beloved. Your opportunity, love, reciprocity, and intertwinement. I mean, with the Lovers here, work, friends, family, romantic love, you're coming into union with something that's long-lasting, that is committed, that is on the same path as you, that is just as creative as you, but don't miss the opportunity. And I feel like there's a chance to miss it, which doesn't mean it won't come back around. It can come back around, but yeah, I feel like Spirit really wants you to go for it. Okay, and maybe this is like a new business opportunity or a new job you have. A new job. I was going to say a new idea for a new job. And you're like, I don't know. And Spirit's saying, take it. Okay. Maybe ask some questions, get the answers you need, do the due diligence, but don't sit on it forever. And that's not like you anyways. Okay, so what you don't see coming, prosperity, wealth, contentment, and abundance. Ding. Yeah, it's good. This is a good opportunity here. You've been enchanted by the right thing, Sagittarius. Tell me more about what Sagittarius does not see coming. King of Pentacles. This is definitely wealth and contentment. If you've been thinking about a business thing, go for it. It's good. It's gold. This is a new love connection. They're stable. They're solid. Like, I don't know what to say to you, but the next 3 months, there's big blessings here. So let's see your advice. Owl, wisdom, independent thinking, and enlightenment. Some more advice. Page of Wands. Seven of Swords, Four of Cups, and Two of Cups. There's like a lot of warning here of like, don't like just sideline something. Don't say, it doesn't matter. Or like, I was going to go on a date with this person. Yeah, they were kind of interesting, but I'm like, what's the point? I'm just not going to do it. Like, you're going to miss something. You know, don't convince yourself with the Seven of Swords and the Four of Cups that you don't care about something or you don't want something when you really do. Two of Cups, because it can be what you want it to be. It is what you want it to be. Page of Wands, like, you have to take the inspired action, and you're not naive. I want to tell you that again. You're wise. You're independent. You think for yourself here. You're enlightened, you're awakened, you know what you're doing. Okay? And some of you might be trying to play hard to get in a situation. I feel like Spirit's saying, like, that's not really the wise move to do here. Like, don't risk losing something that you really want because it's some ego thing. Okay? For some of you, not all of you. If this is about business or work or creative projects, Spirit is definitely saying you need to put yourself out there with the Page of Wands. Make yourself seen. Take the first step. Movement. And don't let these feelings of like apathy or boredom or like malaise and all this like kind of energy, don't let that deceive you into thinking that you're not moving towards what is meant for you, because you are. Now, maybe sometimes you're going to need a break and you need to relax and chill. Okay, but don't give up. That's just like fear talking. So the outcome in the next 3 months for you, we have visionary, confidence, passion, and self-worth with the pack, inner work, deep connections, and soul tribe. I'm telling you, you manifested this. You've had a vision of your soul tribe, of what you want through the next portal. I said, like, think about who these people are. Create them in your mind because they're here for you. Your soul tribe, your pack. And it comes to you because of your confidence and because you're passionate about what you do and you have like a sense of self-worth with the Empress. And these people have that too, or this person, whatever it is for you, they have it too. It's a match. Two of Cups, the Lovers. Intertwinement with the Beloved, reciprocity. It's not some low vibe assholes who are trying to suck your energy and all this crap. No, no, no. This is beautiful. This is an energy you can grow with. Not intermesh with, like in a way where you lose your own identity. You'll never do that. You have independent thinking and all these things and originality. But you'll grow taller in your independence and your originality. You'll grow stronger with these people around you, nourishing you. It's like you're sharing the soil together so that you can grow as tall as possible. It's beautiful, Sagittarius. I love this. So next 3 months, I mean, take the opportunities and continue to be enchanted by what you're passionate about. All right. I love you so much. I'll see you next time. Okay, who are we on now? Capricorn. Made it all the way to Capricorn without pausing or taking any breaks. What a big bladder we have. Patrick, are you hungry? All right, Capricorn. Capricorn. Let's see, Capricorn, what's going on for you in the next 3 months? Capricorns. Capricorns. Next 3 months. I feel guided to just pull out one of these cards first for Capricorns. Expect powerful change. Emotions are running high. Ooh. There's a new beginning here that is kind of being eclipsed. It's like not fully obvious to you that this is a new start or a new path. Some of you are sick of this new beginning talk, okay? Because you're like, I feel that. But it's being eclipsed, new moon eclipse. You can't really see the new beginning here for what it actually is. Maybe it's because your emotions are running high. I don't know. Let's keep going. We have water too, which is also emotional energy, and it's the moon. Who's that? Hi, Wolfgang. Come here, you want to come up here? Come here. Hey, Capricorn. Want to see a cat? This is Wolfgang, if you haven't met him before. He's a cute little baby. He's a Sagittarius. Maybe there's something to do with Sag energy. I just posted his rescue story today on Instagram. He's kind of got Capricorn energy a little bit. He's rambunctious, though. And I know you Capricorns, when you're comfortable around people, you're rambunctious as all hell, all right? So you ain't fooling me. Maybe there's something here about Wolfgang. He had a rough time. Really rough, okay? Yeah, that's what that's about. He had a new beginning, but it was eclipsed because he was really sick. He was left out in the cold. It was harsh. It was rough. And it was a long recovery. But it worked out, and he's super happy now. He had a huge shift, and I'm seeing gratitude here too for you. So Spirit wants you to know that it's here, okay? You're just in the recovery phase, okay? You've already rescued yourself from the past shit. You're recovering. But the new beginning has happened. I actually want to get a little bit further with these cards. Tell me more about water. Okay, so your overall energy or the theme of the reading is water with divergence. Your emotions about something are kind of like unsettled. I feel like you don't really know exactly how you feel yet about something. Maybe it's a new beginning, or it's like something you want to do. There's definitely a shift happening, and it feels like it's happening like right now as I'm reading this. Let's get the tarot and go further in. What is the divergence? The Empress. You're starting to create something new for yourself. It's a little emotional. It's very positive. And maybe it's emotional because you haven't really experienced this shift in a while, or you don't really know what's unfolding here because it's all eclipsed. But you're doing it anyway. You're putting one foot in front of the other. The energy supporting you is meditate with novice. I feel like you're getting closer to your higher self. It's like you're really understanding a different side of yourself. It feels very gentle. And I'm seeing the Empress, and I'm seeing divine feminine over here with wisdom. So there's a feminine aspect of you that is really coming online. You're really tapping in and tuning into this part of you that is emotional, but not in a negative way. Like when emotions came out, emotions are running high, I didn't feel like that was negative. I actually feel like that's quite positive for you. Maybe you need some more of that rambunctious energy in your life. So you're meditating here, or your supporting energy is to really focus on the new. Meditate on the new. Focus on the new. And you are beginning something new. There's no doubt about it. New moon, the novice. It's kind of, it's up to you whether you want to really believe that or not, though, is really what I'm getting. Okay? It's up to you. Knight of Wands. Whether you want to go forward and chase this new beginning, or whether you want to convince yourself that nothing's ever going to change, or it hasn't changed, or there is no new beginning, etc. I feel like you're breaking from a past emotional pattern here, and you're moving into one that is much more abundant for you. Venus is getting closer to you, is what I'm getting. Venus is getting closer to you. Maybe that's just abundance and things like that. Now, the challenge here is good fortune and heartbreak or heartache. So you lost something that you valued at some point. You have some heartache around a career you lost, a relationship you lost, something that was going good in your life didn't, or you feel like you haven't experienced good fortune in a long time. It's hurting your heart. And that's challenging you, because even though all of these new things are opening up and unfolding and you're in the recovery period, you're still feeling this. And that's okay. It makes total sense. It happened. I'm not going to ignore it. It happened. You still have emotions about it. You still have emotions about it. But it doesn't mean that you can't feel positive things or good things or emotions that are in resonance with your highest good. It doesn't mean you can't feel those things while also still reflecting on this heartache that you've been through. Tell me more. Seven of Wands, you're defensive. Okay. Standing your ground. You got your battle gear on. You're looking a little bit, don't touch me. Don't come near me and don't touch me. One second. I feel like it's very interesting, these two cards. It's like here you're standing still with this lion, which is an aspect of you, that fierce side of you, that instinct and courage and all of this stuff, animalistic side. You know, you're here standing with this lion, standing your ground, holding your ground, not moving, like standing in the energy of, I lost all my good fortune, or I don't want to ever lose my good fortune, and I'm gonna use this heartbreak to really like anchor myself into this energy of like not budging. Okay, it's a little stubborn. All right, versus the strength energy, which is you with this lion behind you, supporting you as you move forward. So I feel like Spirit is saying you have a choice here. You can either dig your heels in and say, I've been screwed, I've been hurt, I lost everything, and everything sucks. Or I can say that I'm going to concentrate on the new that is entering my life, because anytime something ends or we lose something, we gain a new beginning. We gain a new opportunity for a new path, and we move forward. And that's your strength. You can do that. And if you decide, and that's a decision, that's a conscious decision. Even if you still feel heartache and you can't seem to let that go as much as you want to, you can still consciously decide to move forward. And if you do that, then you can expect powerful change. Your emotions will begin to shift, abundance will come in. And what you need to defend is not like the Seven of Wands is a defending card, right? It's not this like, oh, screw me and my life and everything, like, you know, being like really stuck in that energy. That's not what you should defend. What you should defend, Spirit is saying, is your ability to shift. How about that? Try that on for size. Like, I'm going to defend my shift. I'm going to take this defensive energy that I have, and I'm going to use it to support my shift. I'm going to say, I'm not going to give up on myself. I don't know where I'm going. It's been eclipsed. I don't know what this new beginning is. Like Wolfgang, I don't know who these people are that took me in, but I'm going to go with it. I mean, he didn't have a choice really, but he was in good hands. Okay? So this is for you too. Maybe you don't know the guides that are taking you in, but you're in good hands. But you have to consciously decide that you're going to move forward into this new beginning. Otherwise, you are going to get stuck over here because you choose to. All right, Capricorn? I love you. You guys know that. I feel like this is coming out a little bit harsh, but you like it straight up. So that's the way I'm giving it to you. So what you don't see coming, gratitude and desire. What desires have been fulfilled in your life? What do you have that you wanted or that you want? What are you grateful for? The energy of gratitude, I mean, the way that we should think about gratitude is not as in like, okay, I'm going to give gratitude so I can get this, you know, because they, the new age industry, always talks about gratitude as like, oh, practice gratitude and you will receive more. It's kind of like a trade-off, you know? It's like, don't think about it in a transactional way like that. Think about gratitude as a practice that reconnects you with the part of you that is open to abundance, to honoring the abundance you already have. A part of you, gratitude gets you, like when I give gratitude for things in my life, whether it's like I sit down and I write it, or I just say it, or I think it, or whatever, I feel better. I feel happier. I feel like I've reconnected with my soul. And I'm not lost in Matrix land where I'm like, whoa. And somebody wrote in the comments, oh, you lost me at Matrix. Well, goodbye. You're lost in the Matrix. All right. But you know what I'm saying here, Capricorn? Okay. That's what you don't see coming, is that when you give gratitude for the things you desire, you reconnect with a part of your soul. I also feel, well, let's get some tarot out. What else for Capricorn for what they don't see coming? What else for Capricorn that they don't see coming? 5 of Wands, 8 of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. Some of you, the Tower, some of you, and this might be too soon for some, I don't know, but you might want to give gratitude for the tough shit too, for all the tough lessons. And it might be too soon for some, okay? And that's okay. That's okay. But and I know how this can sound, but trust me when I say I've been through some pretty horrific things in my life. Big, capital T traumas, okay? Like very hard things. So when I say like give gratitude and stuff, and people in the comments like, oh, you haven't lived my life and you haven't, well, you don't know what I've been through, okay? You don't. And when I tell you I've been through some things, I've been through some things. And it's not easy to get to this point, and I'm still working on it. But when you look back and you reflect on who you are now and where you're going and how you're not in some places that you were before because certain tower moments happened, and you give gratitude for being able to be resilient and survive all that and learn from that and so on, you resolve a lot of the negative emotions that are keeping you stuck and tied to the heartache. So can you be grateful for some of the tougher lessons that you went through? Can you see the bigger picture of it? You know, some people get stuck in their traumas, in their suffering, in their hard things that they go through in life, and they stay in like this victim state. And other people decide to use that experience as something that's going to propel them forward. So you'll see two people who will go through the exact same thing and do completely different things based on that event that they both went through. It's a choice. And sometimes you need help getting to that point. You need help from friends, family, or maybe a therapist or whatever. You need help. It's not easy, but it's still a choice. You still have power to change things and turn things around. I don't know who this message is for, but it seems kind of deep for someone. If it's not resonating, check out your other placements. So your advice is the Maestro and safe travels. See what I'm saying? It's like you're in control. You're the conductor. You can decide on where you're going next. And you can decide to step into a future path that is safe, that is supported, that is guided, because you're making decisions in which you defend this cosmic shift in your life. Let's get some more tarot on this. Seven of Cups. The choices are wide open right now as to what could happen next. How exciting. You're not stuck in some kind of structure. It's all open to you. 7 of Cups, safe travels, Maestro, like any direction you want to move in now, you can decide. 7 of Cups, there's lots of options for you. It's just a matter of, can you see these options? Do you choose to see these options? We have the World. There's that beautiful portal that you're going through, the new moon eclipse. It's like, once you can fully see the new moon here, justice, and the justice coming in for you, meaning the balance, you're really able to appreciate the end of the old cycle. Even if it ended horribly, at least it ended because it needed to. Some of you really maybe want to think about actually traveling. Okay, pick a place and go. Have an adventure. Maybe this is just in your town or city, or maybe further, but you could learn some new things here. Have a little bit of an adventure. Okay, don't get bogged down either. Divine feminine energy and wisdom as the outcome in the next 3 months. To me, divine feminine energy is an energy that is creative. It's an energy that is trusting. And the only way to really create is when you feel safe and secure and that you trust yourself and you trust your creations. I mean, you can create outside of that, but create in an abundant way. And that's when the divine masculine energy comes in, which helps, create a container of safe space for the divine feminine energy to create, which we all have these aspects within us, right? And I feel like you've been doing so much divine masculine energy with these 7 of Wands and I'm going to just really secure myself now because of everything that happened. But in the next 3 months, your divine feminine your divine feminine aspect really wants to create a new path and to give you the wisdom that you're seeking about where you're going next. So you need to focus here in the next 3 months focus on creating a sense of safety around you that is supportive of you, where you support yourself and not some kind of cage or prison that you're putting yourself in, because that's not the kind of container that your creative side needs. I hope this is making sense. Basically, I'm telling you, in the next 3 months, Spirit really wants you to support yourself in a positive way. Give yourself a sense of security that allows you to create what it is that you need to create. Trust the side of you that says, I'm safe, I'm secure, it's wise. Trust the decisions you've made. King of Pentacles. And there you are, back on top. Okay, you come back to yourself. Things get abundant again. This is a difficult reading a little bit, Capricorn. It was a little tiring. I feel like, I know it's been a long haul, but you're rescued. You already rescued yourself. It's just a matter of whether you want to see that or not. Okay? So work on that if you feel like it. Otherwise, I don't know what else to say to you, but I love you. All right. That's what I have for you, Capricorn. I hope that helped. Okay, Aquarius. What's going on, Aquarius? Let's see what's coming up for you in the next 6 months? No, 3 months. Maybe it's 6 months. Another sign had that too. Leo, I think it was. Let's see what's coming up for you in the next 3 months, Aquarius. for Aquarius, Spirit. What's coming up here? Ooh, it's a big 3 months coming up, maybe 6, I don't know. Now I kind of understand why Spirit's saying it's more than 3 months, but it is still happening within 3 months. It's big. There's a lot of healing going on. There's a lot of growth. There's a lot of understanding about something that's happening here too. Okay, let's use these cards. So the theme of your reading is migration, initiation, adventure, and freedom. I'm focusing mainly on the word freedom here. Maybe stags are symbolic for you or important. Also something about the blood moon. Freedom. Freedom from what, Spirit? Five of Swords I'm seeing there. Hold on. 10 of Wands and the 3 of Pentacles, trying to make something work with other people. Could be a group of people, or it could be someone else, or trying to gain recognition in some situation to feel valued here. You're freeing yourself from, I'm hearing a paradox. You're freeing yourself from a paradox in which you haven't felt valued, you haven't felt seen, or you couldn't find a way to work something with someone. You've been overworked, you've been doing all the work, you know? It's not fair. Something doesn't feel fair. You're moving out of this. So the energy supporting you in the next 3 months, we have heart, emotional awakening, intuition, following your heart. I feel kind of like this heartache almost. It feels like disappointment. Yeah. Feels like you're really disappointed here with someone or something, or maybe an aspect of yourself you're disappointed in. You're listening to that though. It's like you're saying, I don't like this feeling. I don't like this feeling of not being seen. I don't like this feeling of having to do all the work. Yeah, it's interesting. Hold on a second. It's almost like you've been trying to gain some approval in some context. Maybe it's from like a teacher or like a sage, a guru, or in a love context or friends. I don't know, but it's almost like some kind of like belongingness here that I'm seeing. Initiation with the 3 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands. Like that's a tough initiation. Feels like exhausting. But yeah. And it's like you're listening to yourself like, I don't think that's really worth it. So tell me more. Page of Swords. Yeah, it's like you're really looking at, paying attention to, learning from what your heart is telling you. You're trusting your intuition here, and you're learning something new as you do that. It's like you understand that just maybe something's not really for you. Now, what's challenging you is beloved, love, reciprocity, and intertwinement. Maybe you feel quite alone in this. Ace of Swords. You're having an epiphany about a lack of reciprocity between you and someone else, or you and other people. But it's a challenge because it's so disappointing. But your heart and that feeling you get in your heart, that disappointment that strikes, or that like it just feels like, you know, that kind of thing. It's really teaching you something. It's really telling you something to free yourself. I also feel like you really need adventure. Like, you need something a little bit more elaborate than what's been presented to you or than what you've been working with. It's like something is too small. Okay. Let me have a drink here. Talking for 3 hours. Hold on. All right. So your opportunity is blood moon, illusion, uncertainty, and narcissism. Who's this? What's this? Let's see. Strength. You haven't really wanted to face something or see something for what it really is, even though your heart and your mind and your intuition has all been telling you. Because what you don't see coming is cage with freedom, release, reclaiming your power. You're reclaiming your power from some situation that created a lot of illusion, a lot of uncertainty. Maybe there was somebody narcissistically typed, I don't know, someone who was narcissistic in some sense. Maybe they were involved in this. Or perhaps this was even your own narcissism that popped up. I don't know. Take it as it resonates, right? But there's some like situation here that you didn't really want to see for what it was. But in the next 3 months, you're really going to see it because your soul is craving for freedom from this thing. To reclaim your power. Some of you are going to decide to leave like something behind. You can't do it anymore, okay? 4 of Swords, 5 of Wands, and the 8 of Swords. 4 of Swords, 5 of Wands, 8 of Swords. This is like pretending like everything's okay when there's a huge conflict going on inside. And then also convincing yourself like maybe it's me. Maybe I'm not seeing things clearly. This is not freedom, ignoring some kind of problem. Maybe there's something here where you need to confront something, okay? And you've been trying to avoid doing that. Maybe within yourself or with someone else. But it's almost like this passive energy I'm getting from you here that you just can't live with anymore. So your advice, Aquarius, is nest, charity, generosity, and gratitude. I feel like this is talking about building your own nest. I feel as though you've been very generous, very charitable, maybe overly in some cases. Like you've been giving out the eggs in your own nest, not leaving anything for yourself. To somebody over here or some situation that was kind of taking advantage in a sense. Could be work too. You could be starting your own business here because you realize like you're working for someone else and it's not appropriate. Or 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, it could be for some of you. Ace of Pentacles. Exactly. You want to work for yourself. You want a new opportunity or this, you know, it's like I can do this on my own. Spirit's asking you here to work on creating something that's better. That serves you, to release yourself from some kind of tedious, I'm hearing assignment, some tedious assignment or contract or even relationship that you've been in where you just feel undervalued and not seen, or you feel trapped, restricted. It's kind of, I guess it's confirmation for someone. So the next 3 months, what's coming up for you, we have shadow, wholeness, integration, and repressed emotions. Yeah, this is what it feels like. It feels like there's some repressed emotions here that you've had for some time that are coming up to the surface that just like you can't ignore anymore. 4 of Cups, you can't ignore it. But allowing it to come up to the surface, allowing this epiphany that you're having about a lack of reciprocity in your family and love and friendship, at work, wherever it is for you, it's allowing you to see yourself more fully, like who you really are and what your potential really is and what you really have to offer. It's allowing you to reclaim that part of you that is just giving away too much. Why? Why have you been doing this? I don't understand why. Nine of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, and the King of Wands in reverse. It's like you've had to sacrifice like yourself for the so-called greater good, or for the company, or for the family, or for the relationship, or whatever it is. It's like you had to sacrifice your independence, your freedom, your sense of self for the whole. But King of Wands in reverse, this is either because somebody's been kind of tyrannical with you, or maybe they are narcissistic in some way. Okay, and they made you feel like you couldn't have your own life or your own accomplishments, your own projects, whatever it is. Or it's like just you've been giving into this like side of you that just feels really disempowered. Because you don't believe in yourself in some way. That's for some of you, not all of you. Okay, so tell me more about what's going to happen in the next 3 months. Page of Cups, beautiful. Look at this. I love this card, actually. A kid playing on a piano here. You're singing a new tune. You're playing a new song. You're learning something new here. You're putting your heart where it belongs. It's like an old passion that you had, or something that really cheered you up. You're devoting more time and energy to. 9 of Cups, because it makes you happy. You're prioritizing your happiness in the next 3 months. And this is Knight of Pentacles. And this is going to go on for some time here, Aquarius. And it's a good strategy to have too, is to prioritize your happiness. Because it's going to lead you to some place that is not in the shadow, where you don't feel like you can't really be who you are. You can't live up to your own potential, or people are like taking advantage and all this crap. Okay? I feel like we need an extra card for you. I haven't pulled this for anyone else, but I think we need some advice, some bigger advice here. Can we get a closing card for Aquarius, Spirit? The Wall. So it's obstacles, and then we have Lay of the Land with ancestral wisdom. We have Benefactor, grace and generosity with many masks, the authentic self. See, I feel like you have so much to give here with grace and generosity, so much. But it's almost like you forgot to give it to yourself too. You've been kind of giving it to the wrong places, I feel. Maybe somebody's been wearing a little bit of a mask and, you're seeing through that now. But the point is, in the next 3 months, Spirit really wants you to give back to yourself more than anything. Let's read the wall obstacles. Being inconvenienced by life, detours, non-action. There are moments in life when you are so geared up, so sure that you are on track, with such drive and momentum that you are shocked and confused when you encounter a wall. This unpredictability occurs outside of your ability to plan, regardless of if you've done everything right, in alignment with the divine. It's imperative that you change your attitude now. This temporary roadblock is not an obstacle to blast through. This is not an invitation to push harder, cancel other plans, or worry about who will win or lose. This is a stopping point to enable you to slow down and contemplate the part of the manifesting equation that you and everyone else forgets. Life on life's terms will override your best laid plans. Yes, as inconvenient as it may seem, this experience is an important reminder that you are a human being, not a human doing. Perhaps you've been reminded of your mortality, or that you are but a small part of a bigger universe, where your destiny intersects with others. Your life may be meant to serve another purpose at this moment, and your attention meant to be directed elsewhere. Consider that this place of temporary non-action is exactly meant to be for you. Perhaps it's because all you desire and have set in motion needs time to coalesce into form on the other side. Could it be that all the elements are not yet in place for its manifestation to be for the highest good of all? Patience is required now, and the wisdom that this might be a great time to take a break and contemplate gratitude. What is truly yours will never be walled off from you. And your advice is gratitude too. So definitely in the next 3 months, you're having a realization. And there's something about the realization has to do with you reclaiming your power and finding freedom and releasing something. But Spirit's saying it's not a time to take action just yet. Although migration is your theme. So you will be moving here, you will be taking action, but you need to contemplate first about your next steps or what you really are grateful for. All right, Aquarius, I'm going to leave it here. I am seeing 10 of Swords on the bottom over here. It does feel like there's an ending that's imminent for your highest good. Okay, I think this is really good, but it feels like it's maybe a longer process than let's get it done in the next 3 months. You know, this might be something that you've been working on for some time, but there is an epiphany here about a lack of reciprocity. All right, Aquarius, that's what I have for you. I really hope that helped. And I'm going to go to our last sign, Pisces. All right, Pisces. Ooh, we got 10% left on the battery. Can we do it? Let's see. Pisces, what's coming in for you in the next 3 months? For Pisces. Pisces. I'm seeing like a surfer here. Oh, interesting. Let me just see these cards for a second. Okay. There's a big opportunity coming in the next 3 months. Also, in the next 3 months, you're super chill. Okay, something's happening here where your blood pressure's going down, I'm getting. Something's leveling out, something's chilling out. You're feeling very stoic, as I'm seeing here in your supportive energy, which is great. Peacefulness, receptiveness, and manifestation. Things are starting to flow again. They're starting to feel good. I like it. That said, your challenge is opportunity, prosperity, and new venture. It's almost like you find your groove. You feel so chill. You feel like in sync with what's going on and everything, that you might miss an opportunity or not see the opportunity for what it really is. And it's a very good opportunity. For some of you, this might be an opportunity to actually travel somewhere with flight here. And then the theme of your reading is migration. So you're being asked to make a movement here, to kind of change tracks, to change course on something. Work, love, living, I don't know, living situation, whatever it is for you. But the stoicism that you embody might be a little, I don't know, you might feel like, well, I finally feel like I'm relaxed now. I finally feel like I found my place here, or this relationship's just, you know, finally settled down, or whatever it is, that I don't really want to make a change. So there's something here Spirit wants you to do to like be able to find the balance between those two energies of being chill and stoic and being peaceful, but then also excited and motivated for new opportunities and new ventures. Maybe this is not so hard for you, but I don't know. For me personally, and I'm not a Pisces, but Pisces does rule my 6th house, which is like my everyday stuff and my mental health too. And so Pisces, like the way anyways, for me, I usually make big changes and take opportunities and go on new ventures when I'm not totally chill, when I feel like I'm restless, I'm bored, or like there's a crisis. And so that's when everything changes. When I feel stoic and peaceful and relaxed, like I'm just a Taurus, I'm just cool sitting in that energy forever. Okay, so let that be a lesson, because that's not really the best way to be, because you don't want your new ventures and your opportunities to come out of tower moments always, or crisis and things like that. You want it to come when you're stoic. So this is just a message here from Spirit that recognize an opportunity that's coming your way in the next 3 months. Let's find out what this opportunity is, this adventure. I'm seeing like a Western scene, I don't know, and like a haunted house or something. It's interesting. Ace of Wands. Wow, there's definitely a new opportunity here. Look at this beautiful Ace of Wands. A new adventure, for sure. Okay, but what? It's an opportunity for a new adventure. 8 of Swords. To get out of your head with something. But are you even in your head about something? Let's see. Some of you are going to learn some psychology. Something about psychology here. Let's see, what's this? The Empress. Out of nowhere, literally out of nowhere, something you thought was no longer a possibility for you reemerges. Just when you had given up on it, okay? And this thing that reemerges is something that is going to bring you a lot of happiness, a lot of abundance. It's going to make you feel like you recognize yourself again. Interesting. Ace of Cups. Pisces. For some of you, this could be love. Others of you, 8 of Pentacles, it could be work. But this is pretty exciting. So tell me more about the challenge here. 8 of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this is like a really slow, steady, working on my thing, day in and day out, very concentrated. I got my head down, focused on my work, moving slow. So your advice here, let's just skip to that for a second. Your advice is the key. Inner calling, clarity, and intention. Spirit really wants you to recognize this opportunity for what it is. It's something you've already called in. Okay? And the clarity that you get on whether you should go towards this and take this opportunity will this opportunity will be in alignment with your intentions, whatever your intentions are. Okay, that's how you'll know. The celestial weaver, yes, it's in alignment with your intentions. It helps you move forward and with whatever you want to do, become, be, whatever, you know, like it's in alignment. It's not like, oh, maybe this will take me here and then it will work out and like you don't really know. No. This is like, yeah, that fits. That would work. But I'm so comfortable now. So this is the hump you need to get over here, this comfort thing. Or just being used to doing things in a certain way that you forgot how thrilling a new adventure actually is for you. So the opportunity is Spectre. Who's that? Hi, Wolfie, you're back? Where's Pixel? Okay. Sorry, my cats. Your opportunity is Spectre, discernment, critical thinking, and insight. See, Spectre is like a ghost from the past. This is what I'm talking about. It's like something's coming back around. So tell me more about the discernment and insight. King of Cups. The Hierophant. This is something that is it might not be like emotionally thrilling in a way, you know, it's like it might not put you on that roller coaster where you feel the high. But that's a good thing because you also won't feel the low. This feels something that's very, it does match your energy of being stoic. It's very like stable, secure. It's an adventure and it's a new opportunity, but it's not something that's going to make you, what do I say there? Six of Wands. Yeah, it doesn't feel like you're on a horse and like, woo, having a blast and people are cheering you on and it's a big victory and it's like this big ego boost. It doesn't feel like a big ego boost, I guess is the thing I want to say. It feels more like just this is in alignment with who I am. Hierophant and the King of Cups. It doesn't shake me. It doesn't rock me. It doesn't make me feel bad. It doesn't make me feel like overly like excited to the point where maybe I'm going to have a crash. This is just something that really fits with me. Okay? So maybe you're going to be presented with multiple decisions or choices, and you need to go with the one that is in alignment with you, and not necessarily the one that is like all like, ooh, what could this be? And I don't know if this is really for me, but it's exciting. Spirit saying choose the one that you already know you're in alignment with. But actually, you also need to make that choice, not just stand at the crossroads. I hope this is making sense. We have fate for what you don't see coming. Pixel, what are you doing? Leave her alone, Wolfgang. Okay, sorry guys. It's like they're getting restless now. I've been on for so long. Okay, what you don't see coming, fate, alignment, decisive moments, and opportunistic events. I mean, this can't be more clear, Pisces. Let's see. Let's try to get more specific. We know there's a fated opportunity. A new romantic cycle begins. Okay, there we are, specific. This is, for many of you, about romance. Okay? It's fate. A new fated romantic cycle begins. This makes more sense about like the exciting and then the one that's in alignment. Okay, so yeah, you're stoic, you're chill, you've been alone, you're doing your thing. No rush to get into any relationship. Here comes this Ace of Wands, this new opportunity. For a romantic adventure. But maybe it doesn't look so much like an adventure to you. But it is the right choice. It's in alignment with you. It's fate. Yeah, and the advice here is to think about how you actually did call this in. This is something you want. It is someone you want. Tell me more for advice for Pisces. 10 of Pentacles. It's stable. It's solid. It's secure. This is somebody who has their shit together. They know what they're doing. They're like not drama. Okay, they're not a drama head. 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. This is beautiful. And if you're already in a connection, then maybe this is strengthening your connection, or it's a friendship coming in for you. But it's amazing. So don't miss out on this opportunity because you're too bogged down with work. Okay, so let's see. In the next 3 months, we have flow, recovery, moving on, and finding peace. You're leaving, as you begin this new romantic cycle, you're moving on from something else. Okay, you thought you were in a place of peace, and you are. But you're going to find even more peace now. For some of you, this person could be an Aries. Yeah, 5 of Cups, the Celestial Weaver. You're definitely leaving an old cycle behind that was sadness, created sadness, regret, remorse. It was kind of dark. Yeah, you were in that for a while. You're moving on from that. Wow, Pisces. I want to pull one last card for you to close this reading out, and then we'll end it there. Any other messages for Pisces? Circling the Square and Maktub. This is a card that talks about destiny. So let's see what Circling the Square says. This is definitely destiny. That's come up twice now. A destined connection. I mean, it's in the cards, literally. Okay. So, some of you who are in a connection and it's kind of like meh, you're going to meet someone new. And you're going to go that, or Spirit's saying, try that one out instead. Okay, that's just for someone. Celestial messengers, we shall wander in immensity, and the stars will be our gleaming ships. In alchemy, the metaphor of squaring the circle relates to mastery over our inner and outer operations. Understanding the correspondences in nature and in mathematics, the master alchemist can see the relationship between that which is above and that which is below, that which is within and that which is without. They are able to see the significance of all the changing seasons, the wisdom in the differences of the elements, and the intelligence in the directions. Becoming one with the four, their vision as a whole is transitional and fully appreciated. As a conceptual meditative practice, let us incorporate this idea into a breathing technique. Okay, what are we talking about now? Self-mastery. So this is about self-mastery, which makes sense with the Stoicism. You've mastered something within yourself, and this is why you're coming into union now. Because you're already whole, and you understand that without somebody else. You understand that you're whole, you don't need anyone else. And so now you're coming into a beautiful, fated union that is not going to be based on wanting to feel complete vis-a-vis another person, but wanting to share your wholeness with somebody else's wholeness. Just like Wolfgang. All right, Pisces. Say bye, Pisces. Bye. Thanks for watching our old signs. I'll see you later. All right, Pisces. I love you so much. I'll see you later.